Yes, people. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A brought to you by myself. Yes, people. There we go. What I'm saying, obviously, I was watching it, make sure it was clear. So, yes, people, we're back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And for those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, you lot in the comments run the show, so you get to ask us any sporting question, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it may be another sport. So it doesn't have to be on the title, which is Raheem Sterling agrees terms with Chelsea. So of course we'll speak about that. We'll speak about Harry Maguire liking an Instagram post regarding Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll probably speak on Cristiano Ronaldo plus more. So get your questions in, people, and whether you're watching this live or watching this back after, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. It is road to 4K. We are double digits away. I think it's 55, 45, something like that. Anyway, we're closing in on the 4K subscriber mark, and make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And big up to everyone who is always supporting Sarcasm City TV. Much appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed. Big up Nozu says, big up Flawless, big up to you, big up Mac Dre, says Jeffrey. You lot get your questions in as well, and welcome to the show. A regular of the channel, you can catch him on Q&As, catch him on NBA watch-alongs, Premier League watch-alongs, plus more. Man like Jez is in the building. What are you telling me, Jez? You good?
I'm good, Flawless. You?
Oh, bless, fam. Oh, bless. Feel like I've not spoke to you in time, and I think it's only been 24 hours.
Yeah, 100.
I feel like I not spoke to you in time, but it's only been. I'm used to streaming with you at least twice a day. That's what it is. That's
Yeah,
exactly
100.
what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It'd be like this. A lot of content is out there.
Yeah, facts. Facts, 110%. So for those that are new here, Jez is a regular on the channel. I'm sure we'll be joined by more regulars as well. But you lot get your questions in. Timo, if you want to DM the girl, just DM her, man. Why are you asking us to draw her out? Just DM her. So what it is, people, I'll just tell you what it is in it. Openly tell you what it is in it. Timo's trying to crash in on Pochettino. He knows this girl's a fan of Pochettino. So rather than DM her and say, I want you to come on the show, he wants me or Jez to cut up the clip, send to her, so then she comes on to chat to him in it. If you want to DM the girl, man. Shoot your shot. You chicken. You know what I'm saying? Go shoot your shot, fam. This guy's scared to make a bid, man. Go make a bid. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Monitoring FC over there. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Like, wait, if seeing that. Shout out to Seed.
This guy moving like his football club Chelsea and that. Go make a bid, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that. Go do your thing, fam.
Exactly.
Big up Jose as well, who says big up Flawless and Jazz. Large up to you. Oh yeah, don't forget the link for the membership is underneath in the description as well, people. The link for the membership is underneath in the description. Many great perks, including how to get on Q&As as well. And also, if you are a member, your question on Q&As on the YouTube takes priority like a super chat, people. I'm actually going to drop the membership link in the chat. But while we wait for questions to come in, just talk to me. What's been happening in the sporting world today that's caught your eye that you want to talk about?
I mean, we can probably talk about what's it called? The Sterling agreed his personal terms with Chelsea. To be honest.
Let's go there, fam. Let's talk about it.
I mean, yeah, like what should I say? I think it was kind of expected. I think he wants to change. Pep wants to change. So I think every part, Tuchel wants a new winger, and Tuchel, I think this is something that Tuchel actually wants. It's like, end of the day, I think everybody can agree on something now. It's about just getting the feed done, which I think Chelsea are preparing to get done with by the end of this week. Because like obviously they have their preseason. I reckon Tuchel would want his players in by preseason, like especially this signing, since like personal agrees are already met. So yeah, I think it's a good signing overall. But obviously, I think Chelsea just need to add a little bit more because I don't think Sterling is enough to make a difference all by himself. But it's definitely a good step to the right direction, I would say.
Oh yeah, without doubt, I agree with that. Like, definitely, without question, Sterling is a massive step in the right direction for them. I think it's a steal. I think it's probably the best piece of It's the best bit of business any of the top clubs have done, I would say. When I think about it, maybe mine is Haaland to Manchester City. It's up there with that. Haaland to City, I would put up there. Nunes is new to Liverpool. Spurs.
I said Bissouma with the
Basuma
25
is up
million.
there as well. Basuma's up there as well, I think. So I'll put Sterling in that bracket. That's a great point with the Basuma and with the Haaland. Like, I think this is very, very good business, is what I'd say. Spurs, Perisic as well, also.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal, I think Jesus to Arsenal is a good move for them. I think that's smart business. The same way with Richarlison to Spurs is also smart business. But I think this transfer trumps both of those two. But it's definitely up there with the Basuma deal that you mentioned and the Haaland deal. And it's the backlash. I'm sure the Chelsea lot who are frequent on this channel will definitely drop in and give their thoughts as well at some point in regards to it. But yeah, it's a steal, man. It's a steal, people. Like, without question, without doubt. I agree with Jez in terms of it's not enough. It's definitely not enough in regards to what Chelsea need, but it's a great step in the right direction for them. But Sterling not only scores goals, he will create. Does he create by picking up the ball in the 10 area and playing through balls? No. But how he will create is by his movement, number one, and number two, his dribbling ability as well. And number three, just the opposition being shook around Sterling. Like, they're going to pay attention more to Raheem Sterling than they would a Timo Werner, than they would a Havertz, when they would a Pulisic or a Ziyech or Lukaku. Right, the list goes on and on and on. Like, for real, for real. Like, people make out that Sterling is some scrub, like he's not Chelsea's best attacker. And if Chelsea do get a right winger of quality, so let's say it is a Rafinha, it is a Neymar, or someone of that ilk, and they sign a couple centre backs, they're in business. You can see where they're going. All this stuff about Chelsea dropping out of the top four, I personally don't understand. I don't see it. Spurs were the closest team to them. How are you looking at Chelsea? Because you are, like I said, you're the team that was closest to them. Do you think you can overtake them this season? Are you looking to overtake them this season? What's the objective for Spurs? Like, how do you look at it?
I think the objective for us is just have a more comfortable finish in the top four this season. See where we, after making all our signings, see where our standing is in the league as well. Because obviously Conte, he's not here for top four finishes in the league. He actually wants to compete. So I think this is league wise. I think it's more about finishing comfortable in the top four and also see where we are compared to Chelsea, Liverpool, and City with all the signings coming in. And obviously just winning a trophy. But when it comes to just overtaking Chelsea, City, or Liverpool, I think it's comes down more to who makes the signings, who got worse, who got better. Like, it all, just there's a lot of context you have to look at first. And like I said many times before, I need to see at the end of the window how every team has done. Because let's say Chelsea get Sterling, they only buy one centre back, and they only buy like a kind of mediocre forward next with Sterling. It's like you wish that Chelsea did better business as a Chelsea fan, because like you need more to be compete at the highest level in every competition. So it's like I think I just have to wait and see. But yeah, when it comes just from Spurs alone, this is just my targets that I want personally. Definitely trying to win a trophy next season and just have a comfortable saying in the top four in it. So we're not gonna be like last season where we had to literally pray that other teams just fell off so we can just overtake them by points in it.
Yeah. I exactly, so a more comfortable finish inside the top four. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Bush is saying there, hit the like on the way in, people. Yes, man, hit the like on the way in, people. Let's get the likes up. I don't even know how many likes we are on. You know what I'm saying? But we've not hit double figures yet. Of course, the show has just started, but make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Get your questions in. Obviously, we just spoke there. There isn't really much to say on Sterling apart from his smart business. I see why Pep is moving on Sterling and Jesus and Fernandinho. He's just trying to freshen up the squad, trying to keep that squad hungry, and he doesn't want complacency to creep in. And not that Fernandinho, Jesus, or Sterling were problems with that, because that's not what I'm saying. But Fergie used to do this when United had successful teams, and it's just, keeping everybody hungry, keeping everybody fresh, everybody on their toes, and just fresh blood into the squad. Like you said, you got Calvin Phillips there, Haaland's there. The other striker, Alvarez, will probably make some appearances in some cup games. Also, Bernardo Silva might leave depending on what is going on with Barcelona. Let's talk about them. Barcelona, you know what I'm saying, the team who seem to be signing everybody with no money. Talk to me, Jez. What's your thoughts on them? Because it seems they're holding up a lot. And if once they start signing players, it's a domino effect, and we'll see players move around.
It's weird because literally somebody earlier in the group chat sent me like a tweet, which is very weird because like here I read it out for you because like it's something to do with like their see, it's an infographic. It's like a picture, and it's saying De Jong's departure is not a sporting issue. The reason is economic. With a contract running until 2026, Barcelona have to pay him a total of 88.58 million euros for his fixed salary and the loyalty bonuses that he has inserted in his contract. And it's like this just comes back to all like the bad business that Bartomeu, the former president at Barcelona, has just done. And it's like for me, it's just like an example. Like how can they? For me, I don't get how they can sign even players. Like I understand on the free, like Kessie and AC. I am what's it called like Christensen. Like, I think they just took low wages to accept as of now, so they can just figure out the economic situation. But that's why I'm trying to say. Like I think certain players have to leave in order for them to get certain signings in. But if let's say De Jong stays, they get a Rafinha and they get a centre back at Kunde. And so like somebody has to call them out because technically seen, it doesn't make sense that they can even do that unless they're going against the rules and they just do whatever they want to do. And it's like it's very funny because I think the what's it called the president of the La Liga was calling out City and PSG for they're calling out City for the way they be spending money, and they'll be calling out PSG the fact that what they've done to keep Mbappe at PSG. But then then apparently they're allowing Barcelona to do all this kind of business that we just heard on the internet right now. So it's like it's just very funny. There's just no consistency with that.
Zero consistency, zero. And I will start all of the questions as well, so we will get to all of them. People, do not worry about that. Anton M says, "Yo, Flawless, how many signings do you think United make this summer?" That's a good question. Because we signed Malacia, seem to have agreed deals with Ericsson. We're talking to De Jong, Martinez. We made a bid for Anthony as well. So that's 5. Do we get all 5? Probably not. But then this whole Ronaldo situation, Cavani already left. We need a striker. How many signings do I think? I'll say 4. I'm hoping it's more. I'm hoping it's 6 or 7, but I'll say 4. I did say initially a minimum of 3, and I believe that will be the bare minimum. But it seems Manchester United are doing what is required when, like, you list all the players, like the Anthony deal that got the bid that we made today for 51 million. I see people up in arms talking about that's not his valuation and like they'll start low and then you build up. Like, that's what you do. Like, all right, let's test Ajax's resolve. Reports is Anthony wants to leave. Now, if Anthony kicks up a fuss, that's then when United hold some power in this negotiation. Because the problem United have going into these negotiations with Ajax is they hold all the power. They are the A side of the conversation, we're the B side of the conversation. Now, if Anthony becomes unhappy, we then get some leverage, and then we can become the A side and try and dictate terms. It's like, all right, you either take this money or keep an unhappy player on your books. And that's where it is. So I would say, I'd say 4. Or I'm hoping for more. I want to be wrong. But we're linked with 5. And I don't see us not signing. As much as people say, oh, United won't sign a striker, United won't sign a striker. If Ronaldo leaves, we'll sign a striker. I'm convinced because we can't go the whole season with just Martial, who knows gets injured. What are you saying, Jess? How many signings do you think United will make?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I think you guys obviously do the 2 right now with the Malacia and the Ericsson. I agree with that. De Jong, I think it's hard to look at Laporta right now. Either he's trying to get the price up, maybe brainwash De Jong to stay, or it's just him just saying stuff to say stuff because he said the same stuff about Messi last year, saying that he's gonna stay, but economically it was impossible to keep him. So De Jong, I would reckon it would happen based on the fact that they should be selling him just for the economic reasons. But if he stays, I don't know. You need Anthony, but I see United apparently put a bid in, but Ajax want more money if I'm not wrong.
Yes, the reports are the bid's like 50 million, but they were talking 70, 80. This is reports.
Pounds.
Was it euros or pounds? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I saw something with like 50 million pounds was apparently the bid or something, and said they want like 20 million more because for me that's kind of overpriced in about. This is how fuck the market is now in about. Yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a right winger. If it's not Anthony, it's going to be somebody. And the whole Cristiano situation, it forces you to kind of buy a striker because don't want somebody unhappy, and I do think United have to. I do think United is willing to sell. The issue is just finding the right suitors, and even the clubs that Cristiano wants to go to.
Yeah, that's the major issue. That's the big issue right there in regards to it is finding suitors. And we'll get onto the Ronaldo stuff. Yeah, Anton's saying it's pounds, so yeah, that's reports. United offered 50 million or 51 million, but they want 70, 80 million. So we're like 20 million apart in terms of valuation. So we'll see. I don't know a lot about Anthony. I've not seen him play a lot from the clips and bits and pieces of games. I also do trust Ten Hag in regards to getting the best out of him. We already know he fits Ten Hag's system, so I have no issue with Ten Hag going for Dutch players. No problem, not whatsoever. That's not no qualms, no problems, nothing. Like in regards to the Cristiano Ronaldo situation, I think he stays. I do think he stays, but I don't think this is out of choice. I think it's because there's nowhere for him to go. Who wants him? Oliver Kahn and Jez mentioned this on In the Mud. Make sure you go check that me and Tux In the Mud on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, where we was discussing Harry Maguire, Ronaldo plus more. Oliver Kahn came out and said, yeah, he's a good player. We respect him, but he doesn't fit what we're trying to do. You don't fit our philosophy. I'm paraphrasing, but that was basically the message. And I said this about Ronaldo initially. I said this on In the Mud today. I've said it on previous Q&As. Anyone who's watched me stream before, I've said this. Nobody wants Cristiano Ronaldo in 2022. And that's not a shot at Cristiano Ronaldo. He's 37 years old. I wouldn't expect him to be at the highest level. But the problem is he still believes he can compete at the highest level, and he can't. This is why City wouldn't sign him, Liverpool wouldn't sign him, Chelsea are not going to sign him, Bayern Munich wouldn't have him, Real Madrid wouldn't have him. They're the 5 best teams in Europe. Now, you could argue PSG maybe, but it would be a vanity signing. It would be for the brand PSG to have Ronaldo and Messi together. And we've seen PSG do that type of thing before. Look who he's been linked with, Napoli. And Napoli really going to put up the money. And outside of teams that wanted him, I always say this: if a player doesn't want to be at your football club, you let him go. And that's exactly how I feel about Cristiano Ronaldo. If he doesn't want to be here, let that man go. Simple as that. And I maintain that with everybody. There's no point in keeping an unhappy player. Never mind him on the football pitch. Never mind him where I don't think he does the business anymore. He doesn't. All this talk of Ronaldo winning Champions League football. You haven't done anything in the Champions League knockout ties in 4 years. Since you left Real Madrid. What did he spend? 3 years at Juventus and 1 at United? Am I right in saying that, Jez?
Yes.
So, yeah, 4 years. Where in the 3 years at Juventus, he went out to Ajax, Porto, and Lyon, I believe. One of it might have been a quarterfinal. I might stand corrected. And then we went out to Atletico Madrid. And this is it. Like, Juventus did better without him in Europe. They did better before he got there. United did better before Ronaldo got here. And like I said, that's not a shot at Ronaldo. But he always scored goals, but the team got worse. Now, is he most to blame for that? No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But we have to hold that man accountable. This is 2022. And when I was on, again, back to In the Mud, referring to it, when me and Tox was on that show, and people saying, oh, they don't like my tone in which I'm saying it and speaking about Ronaldo. And my point was, the reason why people don't like my tone is because they can't poke holes in my argument. Because if I sat here right now and said Timo Pukki's a better striker than Ronaldo in the exact same tone, nobody's going to be talking about my tone. Nobody in the comments would be complaining about the tone in which I'm saying it. You'd poke holes in me saying Pukki's a better striker than Ronaldo. Or if I said anything outrageous, same way if I said Manchester United were going to win the Premier League. You wouldn't talk about my tone. You poke holes in me saying United are going to win the Premier League, or United are going to finish above Liverpool or Spurs or Chelsea. Now, this is what we got to stop doing. Anton says, do you think Ronaldo has overplayed his hand? We'll go to you first on that, Jez.
What do you mean?
Like from a neutral perspective, when he says overplayed his hand, maybe he thinks in terms of, and Anton, let us know, but I'm guessing he's saying like Ronaldo's overestimated his pull.
If this is what it means, then definitely, because I just don't think. I said this in the chats many times, obviously, because I don't support United. I'm not in the Man United and that. But I said many times, any serious team these days, really and truly, they don't really look for poachers. It's more what you do for me off the ball, what you can provide for me. No, than just getting the goals. You can score 18 goals, but if you can't do the rest of it, if you can't link up the game, if you don't have the movement, if you can't press off the ball, and I know certain man will say, I'm not about this, but the coaches are about it. Just because you're not about this doesn't mean the manager's not about this. Like, you can't separate those things. So if the manager is not looking in those type of attributes, and if the manager is looking for those type of attributes, and a certain player cannot provide them, 100%, then you don't 100% like these players are not probably going to be favored in a lot of teams, especially the ones that compete for the biggest trophies and do actually on the regular. They have most likely players that can do these stuff that the top managers require them to do. Like I said this before, do I think Richarlison be overpaid 100%? But in the end of the day, he does what Conte looks in the striker. When I go now to like a Danjuma, who I said I wanted Danjuma because he can play in the two, he can provide across, he can play across the front three. But the problem is Danjuma doesn't play like Richarlison with the intensity by pressing. He doesn't cover enough spaces like Conte wants in a striker. Like that's what I watched. I watched his Inter side with Lukaku and Lautaro, and I can understand why he wants Richarlison and doesn't look at it like someone like a Danjuma, considering he's like 40. He would have been only be like what 40 million pounds. It's release close. So like and I don't just think Cristiano is the type of player that fits in a lot of manager systems that actually compete for the biggest trophies right now.
Yeah. So when you say Anton, has he overplayed his hand? Like I said, we're guessing, and I'm just guessing. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. What you mean by this question? Yes, he has, and the reason why he's overplayed his hand because you still get people gassing him up. That's why. Like he's prime him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it sounds so harsh. Now I say it. This is why I get so pushback. This is why people are complaining about my tone like we're on a track. Like, what is going on? We're not rapping. There's no instrumental playing. My tone doesn't matter in which I'm delivering. Don't worry about who the messenger is or how the message is being delivered. Did you get the message? And that's what it is. Even again, back to In the Mud when we're talking about it. And me and Tox was going back and forth debating if Ronaldo plays for Liverpool, does he take them to the next level? And to me, no, he doesn't. I'm saying City are the anomaly because you put any player in that system, they'll thrive. Jesus thrived there. Let's call a spade a spade. Jesus thrived. I think you take any half-decent striker from the Premier League or any half-decent attacking player who plays in the front three and you put him in that City team, they will produce. Maybe not to the highest level, but they get goals, they get assists just because of how they do. But does he take Liverpool to the next level? No. Does he take a Real Madrid to the next? I said it. If you take out Benzema and put Ronaldo in that Real Madrid side, do Real Madrid win the Champions League? Absolutely not. Ronaldo doesn't go to Real Madrid and put in that performance he did against Chelsea, or the performance against City, or the performance against Liverpool. Well, if you put Benzema in that Liverpool side, I think they win the quadruple. I think he's a player to take you over the top. Like that's the difference in level. He either maintains you or makes you decline. At Manchester United, we declined with him. We had our worst ever season. We scored more goals without him. And yes, is that all his fault? No, because he's 37. But yes, the reason why I think he overplayed his hand is because he still believes he's at that level. He's been available twice now. City didn't want him. City wanted him, they would have made a bid. They didn't table a bid. We're now looking at it. Bayern Munich, Oliver Kahn come. When does Oliver Kahn ever speak ever? When does Oliver Kahn ever came out and said anything? But all of these like, nah, he's not for us. City, no, Liverpool, Chelsea, and the Chelsea Dons here, and we'll get to Surfer and Timo on it as well. But that's not Tuchel. That's the owner. I guarantee it. Tuchel don't want that, man. Tuchel's a smart individual. To me, very, very intelligent manager. I rate him highly. He knows his stuff. He's just seen Ronaldo, but just in the Belgian form. It's the only difference. He's seen this story. But yo, welcome Timo, welcome Surfer to the show. What you man saying? You's good?
Yeah, I want to.
All good, guys. Evening.
Bless up, man. Bless up. Go on, Surfer.
Yeah, I want to, say sorry if I was missing yesterday, like Trent at the back post in the UCL final.
It's cool, man. No stress, man. Cause I seen you active. I was like, yo, Surfer there. That's what I said when I was on the pro clubs. I was like, yo, Surfer, if you're there, get involved.
I was half awake. I had you on because I was watching the Q&A and obviously I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then pro clubs came on. I thought it was just a repeat of one we'd done.
Okay.
I heard you go because I heard like strange voices. I know that they're Irish now.
Yeah,
Who the hell is that? Because I can't remember who that was. Who we played with. And then he went, "Yo, what's up? If you're a player, can you come a wing back or striker?" I thought I was dreaming. So I was like, I went back to sleep. It's so weird.
Yeah. Because I seen you still in the chat. So for those that don't know, obviously on Twitch you can raid. So what I did is once our show finished, I raided some guys playing pro clubs. They were Irish stunts, and then he was playing with players. So then I was like, I put in the comments, I was like, "You got space?" They was like, "Yeah, jump on." I ended up jumping on and playing with these men for like, it was like I think it was like a couple hours we played. I think it was till like 3-4 in the morning. They were good Division 1 side as well. Cool guys. And then yeah, I think that. So after this, if they're still on, I'll probably jump on as well. But yeah, shout out them. That's on Twitch. Well, yeah, Timo, what you saying, man? This guy enjoys food. What you eating?
Kebab.
What kebab you eating?
Lamb doner.
Let's go. And I had one yesterday. What did you get on it?
Some onions and some pita bread.
See, no sauce. No mango sauce. What's going on, fam?
Hot chili sauce.
Now, where's the mango sauce, fam, man?
And secondly,
no mango
it's
chutney.
to your pushing in a second. Hold that, Eleanor. Hold that.
Oh, this guy, this guy is shit. Like, this guy is shit.
That is so petty, man. He's been sacked since like January. What are you talking about?
Hold that.
This guy said day 2 like his big brother house, This guy's a fool,
The funny thing is, he's the only one that actually cares. Like, I actually forgot about clipping it. Like, I don't have
until you
other
mentioned
to
it.
do, like.
I just didn't care.
I told you, bro. If I don't clip it, it's because I probably play Pokemon on my Nintendo Switch, and then I just don't care about it no more.
Yeah, we really didn't care that much, fam. Yeah, fam, we really didn't care that much.
Have you said this publicly to her, or just to us?
He said it yesterday in the Q&A and the stream yesterday in the fan.
You can at her, right? She on Twitter, yeah. She on Twitter.
No, she wasn't on.
You can at her, you can at her on Twitter, fam. Yeah, so because it's a burner account doesn't mean it's not her account. You can still at her burner account.
Yeah, she's active.
She's active on her burner account.
It's been over 24 hours. Nothing.
Yeah, right.
Radio silence.
Whatever, man. Anton says, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Great, fantastic team up. Bruh, Man United to Napoli would be embarrassing for Ronaldo. Even Bayern rejected him today. It just lets him know where he's at. Hi, Vinashe. I'll just call you WK. He says he's still a world-class finisher and scoring goals is the most important skill. I would take him at Chelsea. Please do.
I want to see it so bad.
I hope so. For chaos purposes, and it improves my football team, so I'm with it. I'm saying. But if you talk to most Chelsea fans, they're not with it. Even Timo was like, nah, even with the Ronaldo thing.
If I'm being shameless, which I will be, I was like, okay, I don't mind him for a year, but I just don't think he's a longer term. It's a long-term project.
We're talking about here just in general. If you just have the choice now to buy him this summer, are you going to take him?
I don't mind, yeah. But I just don't think he's going to stay there for like 3
or 4
years.
But it's not the question, though. The question is, would you take him this summer?
This summer, yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's the question.
Where do you play him? So if you took him this summer, what's your front three? It's Sterling, Ronaldo, and who else?
Sterling, if we got Dembele, maybe Dembele on the right-hand side.
I said maybe, Wait, man said wait.
Yeah, Sterling, Ronaldo, and then you can have Dembele.
Wait. Man said if we sign Dembele, maybe. Who in Chelsea's attack is playing ahead of Dembele currently? Man said maybe, yeah. Like,
hey, Timo Werner stood there.
Man said maybe there's other viable options,
Cho Dembele.
Yeah, I dropped myself.
This guy
hey, maybe just maybe Olisa. Maybe.
This guy is ridiculous, By the way, man said that, like he tried to skip over it if we signed Dembele, maybe like you sign Dembele, he goes into your first team. Sterling, which obviously we'll get both your thoughts on, he goes into your first team. Oh,
you know what it is
center forward as well. Like, yeah, go on, Jess.
You know what it is here sometimes where like you have to come first training session. Obviously, the manager bought you, or like the manager or you have something for your like Sunday league team and that, and it's like you have to impress him in the first training session to kind of you know what, I'm gonna take you for the first. I'm gonna make you immediately a starter. The difference here is, remember, he doesn't even need to train. Just get his signature done, and he starts immediately. Like it's gonna be in his contract.
Exactly.
Like,
But we'll get
there's
onto
no
it.
choice.
Go on.
There's no
No,
choice.
Yeah, facts. No choice.
Dembele's
Go on,
just
Stefan.
Dembele's just a complimentary piece. To the outstanding.
For
It's a cherry on top. It's a cherry on
for
top.
Column and team.
Cherry
Man,
on
the
top.
way it's the way he said it and tried to skip past it like it was just normal, which is the funniest part. And that man said it and kept the sentence going and that. Yeah, if we signed them, that's like me saying, yeah, if United signed De Jong, he might start. You know how wild that sounds if I say that. You know how wild that sounds.
Yeah.
Like he starts. I want to hear United fans talk about Ericsson.
I think De Jong gets a hint ahead of Fred or McTominay.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe,
not
innit?
100% sure though.
This guy is
You
outrageous.
said
Bro.
coin
Bro,
toss.
if the young signs for United, I guarantee Vora will say like, "Oh, the young starts over McTominay on a heart."
You think? Yeah. You think? You think?
I
You know what I'm
would.
saying? Yeah, man. Well, hey, Timo, nothing gets past you, man. Chelsea need you in the DM role, man. Nothing gets past you, fam. Outrageous, man.
You
what
would
I'm
say
saying.
if the young signs for United, he would start over the McTominay straight away.
Of course he
What
does.
do you
Yeah,
think? What do you
But the difference is he says yes, you said maybe to Dembele. You
I
went
said maybe.
Sterling Ronaldo and maybe Dembele if we
They
sign.
blame Barcelona for playing chess, man.
Oh, this guy's a joker.
Do Barcelona, so you knew your answer.
This guy is not real. Man tries the
Well,
yo, Timo tries the bullshit all the time, you know.
Very true.
Well, anyway, we'll go on to Raheem Sterling agreeing terms with Chelsea. Your thoughts on it, Seth? I'm sure you're over the moon about this deal looking like it's being concluded very shortly. I did see your tweets as well about it. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I'm very excited about this transfer. I'm very excited about this player. As I've spoken to you several times, and everyone knows my feelings on Sterling. One of the most disrespected footballers in any generation, even by somebody's clueless Chelsea fan base. You know what I mean?
Man said that with disgust, you know, because I got you, man. I said it's clueless, Chelsea.
I don't include Timo in that whatsoever. But I was racking my brain going, when was the last time I was excited by a transfer of a player? And it's since Kante. I've not been excited since the transfer since Kante. Not even like Havertz and that, because I didn't see Havertz really. I didn't see Havertz play. I saw Timo Werner, but yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. I think this guy is, he's 45 million. I know even only 1 year left and English tax as well, but to get 45 million, the same price as Arsenal paying for Jesus. I know who I'm spending my 45 million pounds on. Right. It's Sterling every day and twice on Sunday. Right. It really is. You know what I mean? Of course, listen, it's a new system, new players to get used to. He will need help like others, but I'm very excited, man. I don't care if someone clips me up and he plays badly right now. As of July 6th, is it July? Oh no, July 7th, 2022. I'm ecstatic about this signing, man. I'm very pleased. 300k, I don't care, because if he plays well, no one cares if you pay him 300k or not. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But hopefully now this is the start of a few signings going through. But I think it's a very good deal all around. Very good. And you know what? He didn't have to come to Chelsea. He could have chosen not to come. He could have chosen to sat there for a year, pick up whatever medals coming on next, and sign on for a huge signing on fee next summer. He could have chosen to do that. He could have chosen to do that.
Absolute facts.
Amazing deal for me.
Absolutely. Timo, talk to us. Raheem to Chelsea.
I think it's a massive signing for us, and also the bargain. And what I like about this signing is that the board were very smart and be patient as well. And you see with the likes of Chelsea in the past when we had lots of massive signings that is overpriced, that is not it's not like a proper type of Chelsea player. And I think you have to give credit as well to the board what Bully's done, even though he just came in since early of May. The structure behind the scenes, I think he has been magnificent, even though there's no director of football behind the scenes to sort things out. And I think slowly we're gonna get signings, but like you have to give credit to Bowley. I thought for me like when I knew Bowley was signing for Chelsea in the first place, I was like pessimistic, but then I think he delivered on his words that he said he's going to bring some players that Tuchel need.
Yeah, will do. Welcome Coldzilla, welcome Lewis to the chat as well. Well, sorry, to the chat, to the stream as well. You might saying you's good.
We have a competent forward. Let's go. It's about damn time we've actually sprinkled some quality into this shit show that we call an attack. It's beautiful. See a bunch of people moaning about, oh, Sterling's on 300k a week. Why on 300k a week? People forgot we still have Timo Werner employed on 260k a week. Until we get rid, there is no way any experienced attacker is coming to Chelsea in negotiations and demanding any less than what he's on. Because why wouldn't they? It's easy leverage. You're going to give me 150k a week. I'll give you more goals and assists than this guy, and he's on 260. So sorry, I want his wages. And what are you going to say? No.
Facts.
Exactly. It is what it is. Like, and the thing is as well, like, he justifies it. Second highest goal scorer for every one of Guardiola's title winning seasons, and people want to tell me, he can't finish. Werner 2.0, all this waffle. We have a brilliant forward coming into the club. Let's just enjoy it. Even if he's the only one, like, it's good enough. It's not good enough, but it's better than we were before.
Well,
so just enjoy it, people. Just enjoy. Stop complaining for once.
I said all this waffle. You know what I'm saying? Timo, you want to rebuttal to that? Because your guy is costing your team. Talk to us. Are you in no stress? Coldzilla, talk to us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on as always for us. But yeah, man, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this transfer, man. I wanna trademark this name, RAHEEM the Dream, from now on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
At the end
go.
of the day, listen, a lot of talk comes out of the way, like when people talk about strikers and attackers saying, what does he offer more than just goals? But at the end of the day, with our front line, that's what we need at the end of the day. We need someone that can put the ball into the back of the net. And Raheem Sterling's going to do that. So I'm all for this transfer, man. I'm happy. I want to see him play, man.
Yeah.
No, big up everyone. Hope you're all well.
Big up C1 in the cut as well. C1, same to you, man. Obviously, we're on the talk of Chelsea and Raheem Sterling. How do you feel about the deal?
Oh, the signing. Finally happy we got a signing through, so this fan base can stop crying on Twitter for the love of Jesus. But overall with Sterling, I've warmed up to the signing because I feel like there's ways we could use him properly. And he'll come in, he'll have that impact. He's shown how effective he can be against low blocks. He's a good dribbler. He's a good crosser when he plays on the right-hand side. And most importantly, he has great movement in the box and he has decent link-up play when he plays with his fullbacks as well. So for me, he'll have a good effect on and off the pitch. But we just need that extra creator to just make him a bit more effective. I would have preferred Gnabry because I believe he's a better player, but I'm not going to say no to Sterling with the attackers we have, man. Self-awareness is key, Chelsea fans. And people complaining about 300k. It's funny how we always do this with the IC3, man, innit? That's what I'm going to say. Because when it's Werner, we talk about his football, we don't talk about his wages. When it's Harry Maguire, we don't talk about his wages. When it's other players, we don't know. Okay. When Kevin De Bruyne was playing poor for 18 months, we don't want to talk about how much wages he's on. When Aubameyang was playing poorly, we want to bring up wages. When it was Pogba, Martial, Rashford, we want to bring up wages. The IC1, man, we don't want to bring up. It's fine, man. That's all I have to say. Hope everyone's well.
You already know what it is.
Yeah,
Lewis, I've been helping you fight the battle on Twitter.
Yo, bruv, I'm so tired with these Kante stands. I don't even know why I bother at this point, but it's funny.
We'll get to that in a sec. You lot continue to get your sporting questions in as well, people. They don't have to be on the Chelsea Sterling thing or United. Any sporting question, feel free and we can switch topics. No worries with you lot. But yeah, so I make sure you hit the like button as well. Large up to Black Diamond in the cut. Also, Jose, yes, I was just actually checked it out. I didn't realize the Gnome 12 was this Saturday. That card, I'm looking at it right now, switching topics to battle rap. Fire. This is one of the best cards I've seen in a minute. Like Rock, T-Top, Goods versus Easy, Geechee versus Hollow the Don. Even Danny Myers, None and JC Swamp. I'm very much looking forward to this card. Like, I'm going to be watching it. When is it? 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. But yeah, go on, Lewis. Talk to us in it. What's been going on with you and, you know, the beloved Kante stands that you get along so well with? Talk to us.
Not beloved, bro. You're taking the piss. Nah, what was it? ESPN put some fucking meaty starting 11 that Chelsea could potentially have next season. and it just had N'Golo in DM again, even though we haven't sold Jorginho yet. It's like, are we really doing this shit again? It's 2022. And we're really having this debate about put N'Golo Kante in DM because people just have some meaty Jorginho agenda. It's boring now. Played Kante as a DM against any semi-decent team that knows how to attack, and we are fucked. We are beyond fucked. More than anything you'd be worried about with Jorginho in transition, but these agenda merchants won't hear it because N'Golo Kante is a brilliant defender, and yeah, he tackles a lot, runs around a lot. Because yeah, you want your lone DM to be running around all over the pitch, don't you?
It literally contradicts the word DM. You're the deepest midfielder of the three. It literally contradicts it. And what I said is, one of Kante's best attributes is his ball carrying. The way he can glide off the pitch, not many people can do at his speed. So why are you playing him in DM? Why does he need to travel the ball 50 yards of the pitch with Mount and possibly cover one of Gallagher in front of him? Do you want me to die?
FIFA, bruv. It's because Ultimate Team still have him as a DM in 2020. EA need to have a look at themselves.
Hey, it's Samuel Star season, man. On FIFA Ultimate Team.
It's what?
The thing is, what did you say,
Samuel
Timo?
Star season on FIFA Ultimate Team. That's
The thing is, he can
some
play.
more BS cards.
He can play as a DM, but he has to be in a double pivot. I do.
Yeah, in the double pivot for France, like he has done it a couple times. But as a lone DM, fuck no. Lampard tried it for a bit, and it only worked because we had a string of teams that parked the bus, and no one's pressing N'Golo Kante because it's a low block. As soon as we face the likes of Arsenal, as soon as we face the likes of Everton, Wolves, Manchester City, he got eaten alive. Yeah. And before that, the only time that we had seen him play in a lone DM role was when fucking Conte played him in that position at the Emirates, and we got battered 3-0 all through transitions. In the first half.
Tell us how you really feel, Lewis.
I've been beefing this since 1819, man, and we're in 2022. We have clearly seen him be tried in that position and fail in that position, and we are still having this debate when he is on a clear decline from where he was 2 or 3 years ago. How does it make sense?
I think it's because some of the Kante stands.
Oh, notice how you would have talked now, Timo. But when we're talking about Timo Werner's wages, you were silent. But go on, carry on.
What I will say about it, like, I understand the arguments coming from. I feel like some of the people still emotionally attached with that world-class marketing N'Golo Kante back in 2018-19. Mm-hmm. But even though they don't want to make excuse that 2019 and 20 because he was getting benched a lot. I think also Jorginho also was benched a lot that Lampard season as well. But yeah, man, like, I do understand some of the frustration that Lewis is at with some.
For me, Flawless, I've kept it consistent on Jorginho and Kante. For me, both of them need to be leaving in the next year. Kovacic is the only midfielder that deserves to stay here long term. The other two needs to leave. I don't care which one leaves this season. I'll be real. I told Lewis this, and I said this on many streams.
Yeah, I understand that as well. Well, Jorginho, I still think you could potentially keep, but you need to find other options. 100% you need to find other. We need a DM in spite of whether Jorginho stays or goes. But if Jorginho goes, we literally don't have a DM. And if you're going to give me a season of fucking Kante as our only DM option and an attack with still no registered goal scorer, God help us. And we still need to sort the centre-back situation because Bayern are taking the piss out. If we get hijacked by fucking Bayern Munich for De Ligt, and they don't even need a centre-back.
Wait, we're going to get to that. I didn't know that, so thank you for that piece of information. Big up 40 Taha as well, who just joined the membership as well. Big up. The membership, it is in the pinned comment. The link's underneath in the description. Many great perks, including how to get on shows and your questions and comments to take priority during super chats. Plus take priority on fan calling shows as well. I need to update one of those perks. Plus more in it, so big up to you lot. But yeah, go on, talk to me more about this. You lot got hijacked for De Ligt. What happened, man?
Not yet. We haven't been hijacked yet, but I think now Bayern actually have the amount to be able to match the bid that we're trying to make for De Ligt. Mm-hmm. And now they're trying to persuade him that the Bundesliga is better for him than the Premier League because they play with a high line, even though they don't notice we play with a high line. So I don't know. It's going to end up being a case where probably the ball's in De Ligt's court, but I mean, if he ain't a pussy, he's coming to the Premier League. Simple
that
as
what
that.
you're on, yeah? If he's not a pussy.
Oh, well, if he's going to Bayern, he's only going to stat pad a few league titles. Let's be real about it. I'm not going to win the Champions League.
Hey, how
So
come they're
what's
not
the
going to win the
point?
Champions League?
Their team's still in transition right now. And
Yeah.
Lewandowski's on his way out. Gnabry could be leaving.
Sole's
They're not going to be
Did he
doing
get?
yeah, Sole's
Yeah.
gone to Dortmund.
Yeah, well, there's going to be that potential replacement.
Jez is the guy for this because he watches Bundesliga. Go on, Jez.
What you want to ask that for is like in terms of
In regards to Bayern Munich, like where do you see them at? Because obviously they are letting players go. Lewandowski could be leaving. Sule, Timo just mentioned. Gnabry could be leaving. They may have lost a couple more. I don't know about. But your thoughts currently where Bayern Munich at? And do you think the lit fits them as well?
the little 100% pistol because like it's kind of weird because Alphonso Davies came back now from this whole hard problem, so he's ready to go. They have Lucas Hernandez playing left side of centre back, but he's very injury prone. So I feel like it kind of makes a lot of sense why they want to go for Delic, in my opinion. I do still feel like they don't have a team that can. I don't think they have a team that can actually win the Champions League.
They've lost enough this year.
What's up? Lewis, what's up, man? What's what?
I mean, they can't just have Rattata.
Well, I want my fucking players. We were sold 6 signings and we can still do, but all these other teams are coming around and just fucking around. Between them and a broke Barcelona who literally cannot afford to match our Rafinha offer, and they're just here pissing about just to be difficult. It's just all long. It's just long, man. Broke Barcelona, who apparently are interested in everyone and can't afford anyone. And this shit with Bayern Munich, it's all dead. I can't.
That was funny.
Did you see the? Yeah, go on. So
there was a there's a parody account of Barcelona's about 20 minutes after we agreed the Sterling deal. They tweeted Barcelona trying to hijack the Sterling deal, offering 25 to 30 million euros in installments. It was like every time, and they earlier in the day they did the same thing with this Nunes Sporting guy who apparently we're linked to. Barcelona are also trying to get in on the Chelsea deal with Nunes, even though it's not true. It's like,
up, Diamond.
Black
it's
Diamond.
amazing.
It was very funny actually. Like,
yeah.
It's like nobody want to do some scouting today. Like everybody just hijacking each other's targets and they're like nothing.
Every corner we turn, just Barcelona.
These men are watching us like a hawk, man.
Fucking Barcelona.
These men are watching us like
every
a hawk.
corner.
Bro, these people.
I just fuck off, man.
Man.
I hope this is their strategy throughout the window. Yeah, I hope this is their strategy throughout this window. Like, yo, Chelsea just going for some random player, and then Barcelona up here.
Like, we can't even afford him. We're just gonna hold it up for a week. Fuck you guys.
On Monday, they put out pictures of Kesse and Christensen. These fuckers can't even register these players.
I see
some 240p picture, bro.
Yeah, what's
that picture, man?
Like, these guys are broke as fuck. Like, I don't know. What
my AC penitentiary edits were dead ass better than that AC announcement video.
He looks like a model wearing their training top. He doesn't even look like a Barcelona player in one of these tops. It's ridiculous.
That man didn't have someone with an iPhone or something. What's going on? That's what
these men are.
They can't afford that. That's going into the fund.
Yo, but they can't. One of the players has an iPhone.
They're using Polaroid ones. You know, to get the photo. Like the photo, so it comes.
Yeah, but they shook it a bit too hard. That's why it's come out blurry.
They shook it too hard, bro. These guys, Barcelona. That's what they should call
Barcelona. Yeah, it's crazy.
Unbelievable. Oh yeah. Well, there's a brilliant tweet about Bayern Munich. Going, yeah, we don't want installments. We want all the money up front for Lewandowski because we believe you're not going to be there in 2 years' time.
That was a real thing as well, you know.
Yeah, of course. Bayern Munich, a smart team. They're a smart football team.
Look at this Rafinha stuff, though. It's like, oh yeah, it's all right, Leeds. Why don't you just wait 4 weeks to see if we can pay for your player? So what the hell? What do you mean? What do you wait?
What I will say though, if it is 2 years before Barcelona go broke, last dance.
With who, man?
True say you could get Aspilicueta back, who's one of your most coveted
players.
You get what I'm saying?
Fuck you, man.
What you mean is Aspilicueta?
No, I'm talking about a 37-year-old Aspi and God forbid Alonso. I will genuinely.
Aspilicueta, has he not won every trophy for Chelsea apart from the League Cup? Run it back and get him that League Cup.
No, he's won that.
Oh no, he's won that.
Everything. So he's everything then, isn't it? Yeah, man, run it back. See, Timo's with me. Isn't that right, Timo? You're on it. See, that's why he's on it, man. He just don't want to admit.
Just
That's
eat
all
your
it is.
kebab, man. Just eat your kebab.
Can I just eat, please?
Eat your kebab.
Oh, sorry that you shown up to a Q&A for a live stream and you want to eat in peace.
Told
Sorry,
you,
my bad.
no, he turns up to these streams like a stray cat. That's what he turns up to. It's like,
Yo,
comes in and just makes a noise. See? Just makes a noise every 5 minutes.
this guy,
I'd like to know who's there. Yeah.
Have it right.
this guy is outrageous. Yeah, that's all he says. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as he hears some slander like Boston Celtics or some Spurs slander, he's right there. That's it. Guys are
Hey,
fool.
watch day 2
Absolutely.
sack. Let's go.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man. You're a joke.
You know, those
Hey,
Chelsea
hey,
fans,
flawless.
you know those Chelsea fans debating whether to bring Poch back and sack Tuchel.
Yeah,
I was like,
These
what?
weirdos, man.
Exactly.
Is this where our fan base is at?
Can I just say though, at least
Have some shame.
At least Timo turns up, unlike Trent did in the UCL final.
Facts.
The question is if he actually wants to is going to stay awake though the whole time. That's the good question.
Yeah, man.
Nah, he'll probably fall asleep. Again, you lot continue to get your questions
Just
in.
like Trent
Jose
did
has
at the
one.
back post.
Yeah, exactly. if you have Kante or Jorginho and the only DM option, who'd you pick? I'm guessing you're all gonna say Jorginho. Is that how you going?
You mood.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Go on. I think Lewis is on mute.
Yeah, Lewis is
Yeah,
on mute.
Lewis.
Yeah.
He did this on purpose, didn't he?
No, he's asking. I don't know, innit, Jose. I'm asking. I'm just asking. I'm just the mediator. Jose just asking
This
questions.
question on purpose. I would rather just not play a DM and you can just do the fucking Frank Lampard throw everyone forwards tactics than have Kante in a DM. So
The
yeah,
old schoolyard game when everyone was a striker. And
yeah, just everyone runs forward and no one defends.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, at least we'll keep possession in the final third.
At least. But yeah, man. Playing Kante in the DM in 2022, man. Like, please, man. Take your emotions.
No,
out, man.
I actually want to think about. I actually want to see it. Let them have it for a few games, and when we get battered, I get to tell everyone they were wrong.
Nah, it don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. You can bring back a legend to your football club. Your team can have his worst ever season, and people will still back this guy. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what? Trust me, we've learned about Champions League final tax the hard way. We've learned it the hard way.
We even get
N'Golo is one of those examples, by the way.
Hey, my number nine next season, man. We'll be fine, Lewis. Don't worry.
Who's your number 9 next season?
The Silky German, brother.
You Timo Werner. I hear you, man. Maybe you get
Not
some number
Timo
change and maybe
Werner,
some
man.
confidence, fam, man.
Not Timo Werner.
I didn't know Cristiano is German. What the?
Fairs, man.
Oh, hang on, Jez. You're questioning someone's Nathan. You.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flag
Wait,
changer.
wait, the question.
Thanks for reminding me we're going to have another season with
I
these two.
I just do what I want to do. And then,
You might sign a 9, Lewis. You might sign a 9.
Yeah, she's got R9.
You all need to hurry up and get the flight for Ronaldo.
What flight, man? He's dealing with family business. You need to make a bid. Table a bid. What's going on?
Look at this
No,
Timo
we
guy,
do
fam.
need
He's
to
calling
take a bid. Fair
Charleston
enough.
R9.
That's done.
Like,
Send him
look
over.
what Timo's done up here.
Say that again, Jess. Say that again.
Look at Timo like calling with Charleston R9.
Yeah, no, serious.
That's what he said, R9.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, Jez didn't actually say that. But yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping Chelsea, hopefully you lot table a bid. Like I said, I think Tuchel's too smart to let that happen now. I think your owner would do it, but I don't think Tuchel does it. I think Tuchel looks at that and goes, nah, I do not want Cristiano Ronaldo.
Let Bowley get his statement signing, man.
I hope you lot do. Because when we're doing what Chelsea watch-alongs and all that, and he's not offering absolutely nothing, we gonna see. Trust me. I hope you.
I'm here, man. I
for
am
the chaos
here.
purposes. I'm here for it, man. Please.
We're back. We're letting go.
We'll bag 30th season at the Chelsea.
Hey, so Lewis, we're letting go of a criminal and buying another one. Fucking Chelsea Football Club.
Not the Chelsea.
Bob Krypton says, question for the panel. Top 5 biggest clubs of all time. The top 3 in order is Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern. Who are the other 2? Not sure. Was thinking it's Man United, then after, then AC Milan 5th. It depends on what your... What's the word I'm looking for? What's your levels of success? Like, what's your bars? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you rate as high? Are you rating European Cups? Is it League Cups? Is it history? Is it like, there's so many different things. Is it current success? Is it worldwide reach? Is it European reach? Is it the amount of fans you have, etc.? Because I wouldn't put Barcelona.
Chelsea's still top, though.
Sorry. So yeah, criteria. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Black Diamond. It depends on your criteria with these questions. So would I personally have Barcelona? No. I don't think Barcelona are bigger than Real Madrid. I don't think they're bigger than Bayern Munich. I don't think they're a bigger club than United. I don't think they're bigger than AC Milan. Now, they've had more recent success, probably and then all those clubs aside from Real Madrid, but they're not top 5 to me. They're probably in the 6 to 10 bracket, but that's on my criteria.
I would say
Go on,
Bat of Krypton brings a very good point to the table. Just seen under second comment.
Yeah, see, are you trying to wind me up? Is this what you're doing? You're doing
I think it's a good. You're saying you want someone who does more for the team. That'll be him.
I think.
No, I don't want it.
Ronaldo, you should take it to the
number 11's free. Give it to Werner. Same thing.
Hey, so this is something you should take into consideration into the negotiations. That's what I'm saying.
I'm good. I'd rather you not just take Ronaldo and then we can call it Fez. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Hold that.
Just take him.
Hey, we'll throw in the other German. 2 for 1.
We're good. We don't want to have it either. Now, if you want to throw in Jorginho Kovacic conversation, you know what I'm saying? We'll take those.
N'Golo Kante.
I actually would take Kante in the right role.
Well, 7 for 7. 7 for 7.
No, we ain't giving him the number 7 shit. No, we ain't doing that. But I will take him as a squad player.
No, we'll take your 7. You take our 7.
I'm with that actually.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Actually do that.
I think that's a great deal.
It's unpopular opinion, but again, let me clarify that, people. Context is key. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take Kante in a squad role. Like, he ain't playing first choice, so we'd have to go and sign another 6. But him,
probably would start for you guys.
No, he would. That's the problem, though. He would start for us without question. But my problem is that he's not of the level that we need. What are you saying, Timo?
Kante would start over McTominay in that team.
Of course he would. Without doubt.
What are we doing here?
Harry wins to
and
start
Sherelle, I don't know why you're asking me that, but yes, you know what I'm saying. Always practice safe sex people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Safe sex.
Why that's of interest to you, I don't know. But yes, practice safe sex, man.
Someone said it.
Hey, F you, Prawn. Oh no.
Why?
I fucking hate you.
Why flattery even in that?
My bad question.
Oh my god, yo, people don't do what C1 did, yo. Practice. I don't know why Darrell said that, but yeah, practice safe sex is what I'm gonna say in it. Like, yo.
That explains a lot, C1. It does explain a lot.
Parental guidance needed for C1.
That's it, oh, boy. That's not me feeling like, yo. As we were saying, I don't even know where I was at, yo. Yeah, we were trying to negotiate deals for United and what's it called in Chelsea. But yeah, Kante, even though he would start for us, yes, that's a bad indictment. You know what I'm saying? That a player who's declining and clearly he's past his best, but who doesn't? All midfielders in the top 10 start for United. That's not really a tough thing. 6s and 8s. Who start for top 10? You don't start for you lot, innit? I'm saying who starts for top 10 teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take Chelsea, if you take Spurs, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, who else finished? Leicester, West Ham, Brighton. Well, no, I don't know much about Brighton because Basuma's moved on. I can't remember who finished 10th either, but you understand my point of how weak we are in that area. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Ray Allen says, United not going to dominate the league anymore like last time, had no tough rivals as of now. Of course there was tough rivals then. It's just that we were better. Of course there was tough rivals, but how are you going to blame United for the era they was in? I don't get this. Why do people blame us because City and Liverpool and Pep and Klopp weren't about getting 90 plus points? That's not United's fault. That's not Fergie's fault. Like, that's the era he managed in. Was he supposed to wait and be here managing until he's 100 years old? Like, we dominated because we dominated the same way we're seeing City dominate now. City are dominating. They're the dominant team. They've won, what? Is it 4 league titles in 5 years?
Yeah, no, 6 and 10 apparently.
6 and 10.
So it's 4 and 5, 6 and 10. That's dominance.
That's mental.
That's dumb. I bet there's been, so in the past 5 years, there's only been 2 winners of the there's only been 2 winners of the Premier League. And I bet that's the same for the Spanish league.
Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah, in the Premier League.
Not Chelsea, City and Leicester. So in the past, I'm saying in the past 5 years.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
In the past 5 years, it's been City, Liverpool, and I bet in Spain it's been Real Madrid, Barcelona. In the past 5 years.
17.
Atletico Madrid.
Atleti won.
There's been more winners in the past 5 years. There's been more winners in the past 5 years of La Liga than there has been the Premier League.
Yeah, we've had the same as France.
Same that everyone will call the Farmers League.
Yeah.
And say there's no competition. But when it comes to this is the hype that's Liverpool get. Liverpool ain't done nothing domestically of note.
Yeah, they just done a little.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when people say United won't dominate, how come City are dominating? Liverpool, exactly.
Flawless. The Premier is overrated. It's simple.
Shut up,
yeah.
But you're overrated.
That's fine, man.
In terms of quality, yeah, I think people misinterpret the two in terms of criteria. I mean, not in terms of criteria, in terms of entertainment and levels. So you can watch a boxing match that is not necessarily the two best boxers, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, but that doesn't mean it's the highest level. That's what it is. Like the Premier League is entertaining.
Yeah.
Very, very entertaining. Now, is it the highest level? That's a whole different conversation.
I think nowadays it probably is, but it's still overrated. It's just one of them ones. You can still be the best and be overrated, man.
Yeah. Flawless rumors of KD going to the Lakers. Thoughts? I don't see this happening. Who are the Lakers going to send to the Nets that the Nets are going to take?
I told you, it's a 14 trade.
Who? Now you want to turn your camera on? Who?
I told you it's a 14 trade. You send Westbrook and AD. Westbrook to.
Wait, you send your guy Westbrook, who's the greatest number 0 of all time.
Yeah, you send them.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, you sending your guy. Now you're looking to sell Timo Werner. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Let me finish because I need to know this.
And then AD to Chicago Bulls. Like,
AD what?
AD go to Bulls, man.
This guy. Why would AD be going to the Bulls? How did that happen? How did we get there?
Hometown, innit? Hometown.
What? No. What happened? How is KD going to the Lakers become AD going to the Bulls?
And I have a question as well, bro. How come is a 40? How come is this a 4-team trade? And who is exactly getting traded into?
I have the photo.
Yeah, you do the photo. You do know. Yeah. You turn your camera off in it. You do know the rest of the league, the rest of the NBA doesn't exist to make the Lakers better. Let me just let you know that they're not there to make you better. This ain't no feeder club thing.
I understand the Kyrie one because they want to get rid of Kyrie, but and he's a new. For them, it's kind of like a nuisance, but. They're not gonna send what's my man's to the Lakers.
Prime.
Let's be serious.
This is spot on Prime, spot on Flawless. Timo and Ryan are entertaining, but they ain't levels, for example. Exactly.
Send it to the group chat.
Send
it to the group chat. I can't see it.
Yeah, put in the group chat. The most entertaining content creators ain't necessarily the best. You know what I'm saying? I.e. Ryan. Very entertaining to watch. Is he the best? No, he bottom of the barrel. But it is what it is. We like him because he's entertaining. That's what it is. And as you called him Prime, meaty. You know what I'm saying? And not
all right, let me see the photo. So,
I called him
meaty.
So pretty much, yeah.
I called him meaty, yo.
So pretty much, the screenshot is pretty much this year. So the Lakers get KD and Kyrie. The Nets get Hayward, Vucevic, Oubre, Lonzo Ball, Kobe White, and THT. AD goes to the Bulls, and Westbrook goes to the Hornets. If that trade goes through, the NBA needs some investigation because there's a whole thing. No team other than the Lakers benefit of this.
Yeah, because Timo makes trades like the whole NBA exists just to make the Lakers better.
And the issue is as well is it's the fucking trade machine. It's not an actual source of anything. It's the fucking trade machine. I can get if I wanted KD on the Thunders, I can do a trade to make it happen. Let's be serious, man. Like, you need to be realistic.
Yeah, you did say, "Can I dream?" Realistic. Yeah, you are not. You realistic, yeah. All right, sure. And Timo Werner is a great finisher.
Fuck the dream.
Yeah.
Fuck the dream.
Fuck the dream.
Man. There's only certain level of
you are correct. This would happen as well.
Yeah, Abdi's backing you. Yeah, that's all you all need to know in that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a Ryan cosign. That's like a Ryan cosign. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
No,
hang on. This doesn't even make sense. AD goes to the Bulls, Kyrie and KD to the Lakers, Westbrook to the Kings, and what? What are you talking about? It's not even. Well, who did Portland get then? You haven't put his Portland get, and who did the Nets get? What are you talking about?
That's even fit the cap space for the teams as well. Like, what are we doing here?
He's not even mentioned two of the teams that the players are coming from. What are you talking about?
People, this is not the fucking what's it called? This is not football where you can just buy players.
Yeah, that's what man think it is.
Hey,
You can just
Abdi's
cut
laughing at
players.
his own comment, man.
Yeah, he knows, man. Man just cut players.
Don't
I've
forget-
Krypton here
don't forget,
says.
somebody
Go on,
did
go
say
on.
they didn't want to take KD over PG.
Well, it's not the conversation though.
It's not a conversation.
Yeah. Team whatever. It's Team I dreaming. Yo, Lewis, what's the one club in Europe? Do you follow another club in Europe apart from Chelsea? That's what Bob Krypton's asking.
I do like checking what Ajax is doing for obvious reasons. Other than that, I check Real Madrid when Hazard's playing, and that's about
So
it.
never.
So no.
And to be fair, they're saying
So
right.
Apparently they're saying that those Hazard's actually working very hard to get on the pitch and that.
Is he a free agent now?
You try to say your joke without laughing.
Is he a free agent now? All jokes aside.
No, yeah.
He's still there.
He's still
He
there.
said he's going to be balling out for them next year. I'm telling you, 2023 Ballon d'Or, we're coming, bro.
Okay.
here.
Let's go, man.
So
Andrew,
he's
hold
still
on.
left.
Wait, are they serving a buffet? That's the only way you can-
Fuck you, Andrew, man. You're always, bro. Why you, man?
Why are you always crashing on Hazard, man?
Bro, you're always,
The
always
attackers
enemy
that
of
we
progress,
have-
man.
I'm crashing on you, so you don't make this mistake of when he goes back, and then when he doesn't play, going, I can't believe why did we bring Hazard back? He's not
Hazard's
even
not coming back, bro. We're
spent more
past it, man.
We spent more time in the physio.
We've accepted Hazard isn't coming back. Now, can you rate him again, please?
Yeah, fat bastard.
He needs to get out the pictures. This guy even hit. When's the last time this guy played 20 league games? What's going on?
When's the last time you played 20
Next season.
minutes?
It's the last time he played 20 minutes. That is facts, yo.
No,
I've
he
not
actually
seen this
played
guy.
20 minutes in. He actually played 20 minutes in one of Real Madrid's last games away from home.
What? Oh, you mean after they wrapped up the league and everything was done?
Yeah, when
So
he did his nice, he did his signature Eden flick, and he was working.
he was
Oh,
against
Yeah, but
Levante.
when
He
the
was
league was
against.
when the league already had
Sure, the
15 point
fanboys
clear
talk
of
the
like
hell
Hey,
the
sharp, Desmond.
Yeah, he ruined your title hopes. Hold
I
that.
bet the fanboys
Oh,
caught the hell out of that
Hence,
flick.
like, I'm talking about Hazard right now. Like, it's funny, isn't it? Like, to be fair, I actually want to see Hazard play at his best. Like, a good Hazard at his best.
Yeah, bring him back to Chelsea, man.
It's an entertaining footballer, isn't it?
I mean,
Timo Werner in the
if we're
front three,
talking
man. Let's
about
go.
it.
I'm with that.
You know.
If we are talking about a potential Hazard return, we can reel it up.
Yeah,
Hey,
yes,
I'm-
Harry
Go on, cuz.
Harry Kane in all of his years of playing has one Audi Cup to his name, man.
That was unnecessary, man.
Hey, man, he's
Hey,
locked
hey,
up.
Jez,
locked up.
Cho has more VBS than Kane, man. Hold that.
Hey, you know what should I say to you, bro? Hey, I didn't sign the contract. It's his fault. Not my fault. It's not my business. As long as he's under the contract and Levy doesn't want to sell him, you ball out for my club.
I big up Saint.
Yeah, large up Saint
Yeah.
every single time, man. Big up Saint. Make sure you go subscribe to
God.
Saint LFC TV, people. Hit the like button on the video as well. Make sure you do that. Go subscribe to Lewis's channel as well. I'm going to add his link to the title and continue to add his channel to the title.
Actually,
And continue to get your questions in as well,
You're
people.
flawless.
Yeah, go on, Jez. Yeah,
Also,
go on.
I'll
Actually,
be following
talk-
more Barca games.
No, go on, Jez, bro.
Actually, talking about former Chelsea players, shout out to Tarek Lamptey. Officially, he can play for Ghana now. I'm hyped. We finally got a right back, no more of Baba Rama and stuff.
Ghana made a transfer before us. It's all mad.
Yeah, man. Shout out Ghana, man. I was gassed.
Yeah, yeah.
All jokes aside, I like to see that. I want to see more players
Facts,
who ain't
man.
going to be playing for like European, whether that's England or other. Go play for
Yeah.
your African nations or your Caribbean nations.
Jez, we already embarrassed ourselves, so don't embarrass us, man.
Do you
I'm trying
think?
to see
Do you think Ghana would take Werner off our hands?
Fuck no. They have standards, bro.
Wallahi, fam.
You think we can fuck with? You think we can like tweak his family tree or something? Say his
Yeah.
grandmother's
To be fair, we got Jordan now.
got a name or something. I'd be down with that.
I take Ghana there. To be fair, Africa is a lot of space. So I would take him.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
his
he has
grandmother,
IUT,
maybe his
so.
grandmother's Ghanaian.
Yeah, exactly.
something
That's
like
the point.
I say, if you're about, roll through, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, you-
100%
hey,
saying.
you-
I'll send you the link. Let us know, fam.
You're
You know,
flawless.
like the Irish players used to go, their grandmothers were Irish because they couldn't play for England. They weren't good enough to play for England. So yeah, my grandma.
Do you think I'd do that? If I was a
Yeah,
professional
I do.
footballer, I'm looking all the way down my family tree if I can't play for England or whoever. Like, all right, let me go play elsewhere. Man. I want
I
to
think
see
Cho
this, like,
switched. Didn't Cho switch?
yeah, Cho, because Joe's
Yeah, he's
hopefully he
about to
does.
switch, yeah.
No, with Nketiah and Shaw, it's like it's not officially yet because they need to wait till November, but they're already like in the process and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
trying
Florida's talking about Cho, man. If you go St. James's, you might catch me there, man. Cho and ASM Ball, man. You might catch me there if he goes there. Still.
If he
Aye,
goes where?
This guy, man.
If he goes where?
Newcastle.
If he
Cho
goes,
to
why are
Newcastle.
you saying you might catch me there?
Oh,
Like,
shit,
I
man.
ain't
What you
gonna
doing,
be there,
man?
Bro, you
know
rate
what I'm saying?
Pulisic in 2022, man.
Why?
Sure,
I ain't
sure.
gonna be, I ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
I
that is
actually
still-
don't even joke about that, bruv. That ain't funny.
I saw a rumor that
Jesus
Werner is
Christ.
Ethiopian by
That ain't
identification. My
That
God,
actually
yeah,
ain't
Lewis is
funny,
not-
bro.
Lewis is not having it,
Our
yeah.
national team is bad enough. We don't need them. We do not
No,
need
man,
Werner.
man can run the lines and stuff like that, man. Add winning experiences, a Champions League
Oh,
winner.
great. We can clock up
Add
some
that.
more distance in our games that we don't win. Great.
Hey, I'm just saying, innit? You know what I'm saying? He could be the difference maker, that winning mentality he brings to the dressing room, man. You know what I'm saying? Decoy runs, all that stuff.
Cut back.
By the way, I do take Ghana though for Ghana. Like
Oh, man.
in Germany,
I'm going for a zoo. I'll be back in a bit.
Yo, Werner to Ethiopia's got Lewis's head spinning. He's got his head spinning. He's not having it. He's not having it.
To be fair, he
Oh,
would be the most
yeah,
known
go on.
player as well. He would be the most known player for them as well. That's
what I'm
the fun
saying.
part.
But yeah, man, get Cho, man, get Cho, and Saint saying, nah, we definitely ain't taking further, allow it, yo.
Hey, to be fair,
Free
yeah.
of charge and take the other
Say, let me say it
hate
to you,
these
bro.
people.
Let me say it to you, bro.
Fucking
Like,
my
considering
phone.
there's a lot of space in AFCON into running behind, I think Werner would be a good choice. Like, bro,
Shut up, Jazz.
I'm not even kidding, bro. I have Jordan Ayew there. I'm on my knees, pause for Eddie Nketiah. Like, I'm starving, bro.
He's got a point.
No goals. No goals in that. Like, Andrew, like, we got the chucking niggas out there, like the Ayew brothers. Like, I'm tired. They need to go, man.
Andre is better than Jordan, man.
The Andrew is better, but the bar's not high.
Where is this before? And we will get. I've started all the questions, people, so I will get to them all. Don't worry. Where is? See, when you mentioned it, where is this Cho to Newcastle thing come from? That's news
It's
to
a
me.
dead,
This is the
it's a
first
dead
time.
source, pinch of salt. I was only joking.
Ah, right. I was gonna say.
It's a dead source. Until I hear proper source, I'll get that's right.
Yo, is this facts? These man gassed up that decoy when he made Tebow. Don't look away. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the ones. Don't smile, fam. You know what I'm saying? Decoy runs in the Champions League and that. Would you take Timo Werner for Indonesia?
Oh yes, I would though.
Shut up. You wouldn't take him for the badminton team. Shut up, man.
Oh, hey, we need some strikers
Shut
on our team, man. Allow
Shut
it.
up, man. You wouldn't
My team
take
is
him. You
my
would
team
trust
is
him to
worse,
deliver
bro.
your kebab this evening. Don't even try it. Don't even try it, yeah?
Allow me, fam. That's a
Don't
great
even
kebab as well.
Don't even try
He's
it.
going to do the decoy and he's going to give the kebab to his neighbors.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Big up
Jesus.
Lamdola kebab, man.
Yeah, Doner kebab slap. Trust me, I had one yesterday. They slapped 100%. How you didn't have no mango sauce on it is crazy though. But we moved. Bob Crypto says, question for the panel: what's your opinion on Real Madrid's transfer window so far? Rudiger on the free at centre back, Tchouameni being groomed as Casemiro's successor, linked with a couple of left backs for backup thoughts, guys. We'll get to that. Welcome Saint to the show as well. We're saying, Saint, you good, fam?
Come on, G. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this chill
Hey,
thing,
man,
but what? I'll go on to you, man.
I'm just,
And-
I won't go, man, but I'm just trying to sell the truth, bro. Like, I can't lie. Jordan Ayew, just the work, I can't forgive this, brother. I can't forgive this, bro. I can't.
No, I hear that. And I love everyone, man. Was enjoying the show. Big up Timo and that, man. Flawless, you're an idiot, bro. I swear that.
Yo,
Man said they copped man for 50+ million to do decoy runs. What is going on right now? Hey, Flawless, you know,
No,
I was dying. That was killing me. You know? And he tried to you did it straight faced as well. You said I had to go get a zoo. I said, yeah, listen, you'll be all right, man. Decoy runs and that.
Decoy runs, man. Ethiopia was that winning mentality. He's won Champs Leagues. He's played in the Premier League. He's played in the Bundesliga and that. Like, I don't know who's playing up front for Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? I'm unsure. It's like, right, because I didn't mention it. I'm like, yo, it's a question that gets posed, isn't it? But, you know, he was trying to sell Werner to my club, but won't take him by his country. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that he just tried. He did. But yeah, to this but I've crept in. Yo, Real Madrid doing what Real Madrid do in terms of good business. It seems already in it because they cheated the system. They won the Champions League in a rebuild, which is an absolute piss take. You know what I'm saying? Like legit, they're in their football team, and these man somehow managed to win the Champions League.
But
Like,
look at what Werner did to my man. My man couldn't even turn his camera off. He just ducked, bro. He said, "Allow it, man." His head was gone.
his head was gone, yo. He was just finished. He was like, "Yo, I need my zoo, yo."
I need my zoo. Oh God, man just upped and left, man.
That's amazing. After all the AC slander he's got over the last few months, it was Werner playing for Ethiopia that took him over.
That took him over the edge, bro.
Unbelievable.
It done him, bro.
You see how bad? You see how bad that man is? You see how bad he is? Yeah. Unbelievable. This guy.
Oh man, yeah, he is.
Shit.
He's
Can I
not
ask you
having it,
something
yo.
though? Yeah. On Devil's Advocate though, yeah. A free, like, would you ever play two up front and do Werner and Ronaldo? Because what Werner misses, Ronaldo. I'm trying to be you, man. Stop it, man. I'm actually trying to pose serious questions, and like you man are killing me. And the thing is, as well, yeah.
The front 2 hours, would you like, all right, let's see where he's going. Man didn't even say a formation. Man didn't say a 4-4-2. Man didn't say a 4-2-2.
Because they don't play a 4. I was gonna start with a 4-4-2. Man, I literally with my mouth. You saw it. I said, "Would you play a 4?" And I thought, nah, these man they ain't even 30 on their centre backs, bro. They play no 4-4-2, bro. Like, allow it.
Oh my
whatever
God,
formation.
say 3-5-2. Say 3-5-2 because they do play with
3-5. Yeah, they do. You definitely play. Yeah, 3-5-2 then with Werner. And yeah, then you'll get the wings. You get. Do you know what I mean? You get the. You see what I'm saying? You can put a little Cho there, or whatever. But obviously Werner will do the decoy thing, and Ronaldo will slap. And then you got Reece and what's his name's coming back as well, isn't it? Chilwell, isn't it? So, what are you telling me? You telling me, Timo? You telling me, bro? Get to me now.
You know what?
Timo would love that, man. That's his shit. He loves that.
That's a FIFA formation, isn't it? That's a FIFA
See,
formation.
he's on that, man. He's on a vibes thing. He'll tell you, man.
I see him cheesing as I'm going.
He's like, yo,
That's exactly what
him and Winter Surfer. Him and Winter Surfer are the opposite, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, get
they are
this
in it. Like,
motherfucker.
Surfer's not with the bullshit in it. Like, so they are the complete opposite in it. And the thing is, they're both extremely knowledgeable about Chelsea, is what makes it even better. Like, they're both extremely. And Surfer's not with the bullshit, but Timo would love that. Timo Werner Ronaldo up top eating his pie and having his pint in the Matthew Harding lane.
This guy's
all day, man. I was suing every time.
This guy's a decoy footballer, man. I don't
Can I have a question, bro? Where do Chelsea? I have a question, bro. Like, where do actually Chelsea go with a team of Werner, Cristiano Ronaldo front two? Where do they go? Like, where do they finish in the table?
I tell you where I go. I go away from my club. That's where I go.
I go St. James's Park.
I just go away.
Jez, in what?
I go away from football.
Jez, in what world would Timo Werner be starting?
No, the question, because Saint was just coming up saying, because you went here, because Saint was saying, yeah, a front two of like Timo Werner and Cristiano Ronaldo. He was just saying that like Chelsea should probably consider. So I was just asking, where was actually?
I think a front two of Ronaldo and Werner weirdly is more effective than Ronaldo and Havertz for some reason in my head. I don't. But I was just seeing what you thought in it.
The thing is,
I would genuinely rather Havertz.
Werner can make all the decoy runs he wants. Ronaldo's just going to shoot whenever he wants. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't forget, Werner tries to do something when he has the ball.
So
that's true, and you stop pulling centre backs when they realise that you're not actually going to fucking finish it. So
at least Havertz could probably do something with a bit of space.
Werner and Ronaldo front two is Kobe and Kwame Brown, man.
Is this the season for Havertz? If he has a meaty season, is he on the fraud watch?
He's already on fraud watch for me, bro.
That's why I like you. You're a real one.
I already said like from April I had this guy on fraud watch. Like next season, if he doesn't ball out, it's me saying, "Gone, get rid."
Yeah,
no point extending the contract.
You'll see one big up, yeah.
I don't believe this age excuse either. It's a load of bollocks. All is.
What age excuse? Like he's young.
No, 23 or something. Even though when it's Mason Mount, we're not giving the same energy. When
That's
it's
what I'm
Hudson
saying.
Odoi, we're not giving the same
They're
energy.
like
When it was
that.
Tammy, we didn't give the same energy. Well, oh, UCL final goal. Give him a chance, man. Shut up.
UCL final goal. Give him a chance. Yo, UCL
He
final
won us the
goal.
Champions League. He won us the Champions League 1v11. No one else
Hey.
played.
Hey, it got a manager at our club 3 years in the job, fam. You know what I'm saying? Champions League final goals.
I
was
know.
sick,
That's why
telling
I'm
you.
just deep in how far it could take us.
Oh yeah, yo, you score a Champions League goal, you can get that's like 4 years of credit to some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trust me,
That's
dude.
a lot of credit.
Are you saying
That's a hell of a
Havertz
lot
is
of
going
credit.
to? Are you saying Havertz is going to manage us in 25
He
years?
might do, you know. He might.
He's getting 3 years. Is that what you're saying?
It could happen.
Hey,
It
might
could
be a
happen.
good manager. You never know.
Bowley would be all over that. What do you mean? Bowley would be all over that.
Turkey manager on that.
You get me, Sky Kai in the dugout. That's what it would be. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Silky German.
Although I can't lie, I would rather him in a front two with Ronaldo than Werner.
Yo, that's just cheeks upon cheeks, yo. Innit? Ronaldo and Werner front two are. Ronaldo Havertz. You might think your front three's bad now, your attack's bad now, yo. Like that's worse. That's worse.
Ronaldo Havertz, where you can never press from the front, bro.
Press, you're not doing anything.
Oh no, Havertz can press at least. He can press.
Yeah, but you can't. But the only thing is, you can't do the press on your own. That's the one thing. Like you need a man. That's how you know what I mean. Like you need. Bro, this guy would be just running around.
That's what. Okay, then we wouldn't be able to play that formation. Just stick to 3-4-3.
Nah, because
rather Ronaldo in the middle and the other two can press from either side.
Yeah, Ronaldo he's a run there at this point. That's what Ronaldo does. I'm saying, like what C1 said, whatever that position is, run on there. Like that's what that is. I'm telling you right now.
It's a goal
that's
hanger.
worse than
Oh shit, Jesters is in there. Big up.
Big up Jester.
Big up Jester. It's a goal hanger now. You know what I mean? Like at school when you said the guy just stood by the goalkeeper.
But that's what you need. But that's actually what you need. That's actually what you need. That's why I'm like
staying out here just running jokes, you know.
No, I'm not flawless. Come on,
man. No, come on, bro.
He can't even say it with a straight face. He can't even say it with a straight face, man.
This guy having that look at his face. Oh, that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, that's goal hanger.
Okay, no, but listen, all jokes aside, am I not wrong? You know, there's no one here that's telling me that's what you thought Lukaku was going to be. Like, do you know what I mean? Just bagging in these goals, bro. But
here's the thing. Lukaku's problem was his mentality. In terms of on the pitch, half of the issues was because his head had checked down. He just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Even in the first half of the season, like, we were playing brilliantly and Lukaku was still in the team. You can accommodate as long as there's regular goals and assists. And at the start of the season, he was scoring with limited chances.
Bro,
Ronaldo will give you better movement. He'll give you better link-up play and better finishing.
Exactly. And he's all about himself as well. He's all about himself. You need someone who's hungry, who's actually going to be like, nah, I'm going to bang.
I tell you who I blame? Yeah?
That's the thing. The mentality is there. The will to win is there. As well as, like we said, the movement, the finishing, aerial ability, all of that. You can have other players accommodate for the lack of pressing. For one player, you can do. That's why I'm saying this whole thing of we can get both Neymar and Ronaldo. No, you can't. And it wouldn't work anyway. You need one of them.
Listen, there's only one guy.
One would work.
Here for that, though. He's here for that. He's juicing, bro. He's like,
Neymar, my club. Bro, I blame Carefree Lewis. I'll tell you why. When this guy joined the club, like, R9 this, R9 that. You put the biggest jinx on him, bro. Come on, Lewis.
Me?
You, Lewis. It was you. I remember all them teams. R9. He's going to bag at Old Trafford. He played you. I don't think I forgot.
If he gave a shit, he would have. If he gave a shit, he would have.
Or he's going to lift the league title.
But CR9 will do.
R9, big rum, all this and that. I told you about this guy. Same way I'm telling you about Ronaldo now.
No one deeped he would have a fucking meltdown and have this.
Ronaldo does better at Chelsea though, flawless, and you know that. You know that Ronaldo does better.
Of course he does. Of course, no, I'm not disputing that. I'm talking about Lukaku here. When it comes to the Lukaku thing in regards to all his deficiencies are still there, and people had smoke and mirrors and was like he went to Italy, he changed his game. No, he's very good at certain things, but then the rest of his game is not very.
By lying.
I've said this before. Like Lukaku is not a striker who can play up front by himself. He's not a striker who can play with his back to goal. Like if you play him in a 2, and you give him space to run into, absolutely fine. That's
Danger.
why you see the best of
Danger.
him. Absolutely. We've seen it in the Euros when Belgium went to the split strikers when they changed to a back three, and you've seen the best of him. But in regards to Ronaldo, yeah, does he do better at Chelsea? Absolutely. But does he win them anything? Absolutely not. You don't win him nothing.
I don't know.
Taking
I
that
don't
close.
know if I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if him
We're
not,
cup
them
merchants.
not winning them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If them not winning anything, I don't think it would be down to him. I think he would
Not
do
onto
what he
him.
needed
My
to.
point is,
Ronaldo's missing those
he don't-
chances. Pulisic and Mount
okay,
missed him.
he don't take you.
Both
And I say this, he don't take you to any closer. I don't think he levels you up and takes you closer to any trophies. So you
To
don't
the
get
league,
Ronaldo
no.
and your
But to
and your
trophies,
champions.
definitely
No, I'm
closed the
saying
gap
everything.
more. No, we definitely
dis-
closed the gap
I
more because
disagree
he
with
gets
that.
us more goals and more key goals.
I don't
He's
think
more
he does.
clutch. Plus, again, a much better goal scorer than anything we've had in literal years.
Big
That
fact.
is true. He's better than that, but the bar's on the floor for that. So that's not hard.
Yeah, the bar is on the floor, but
You
again,
just said,
this is
yo,
why.
fam,
Why are we
The
turning
bar's on the
noses up?
floor, and they
the bar's on the
got
floor
first.
because you can.
And don't
because you-
forget as well,
Yeah.
there is not a lot of number 9s on the market.
Again, that's where your that's on your team and your recruitment. Not
No,
doing what they're
just
supposed
in
to do.
general. Like, I'm not
No,
seeing
no,
a lot of high quality
that
number
we
9s
know.
moving,
That's-
except for Lewandowski
I say
shaking
this.
his ass for Barca.
Yeah.
Or
It's that
Nunes.
we know
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I'm talking about. We don't know a
Oh,
lot of
yeah, I
nines
know.
are about. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of there's 9s out there, of course there is. You just have to go and recruit them and find them. World football, there's hundreds of
Quality
thousands
number
of
9s,
strikers.
I haven't heard
No,
names yet.
I haven't
personally.
seen any.
don't watch
I
other
agree with
leagues.
you. I'm getting what you're saying, but what I'm saying is go and unearth them. The same way the left
Patrick
back market's
Schick,
not
bro.
the
I'm
best.
telling you, bro. He's
know what
a
I'm saying?
leng man, bro.
Who
Nah, man, Bundesliga tax, my friend.
Bro, he
Leng?
got
Bundesliga tax, man.
shit, bro. I
Patrick
said
Schick.
this guy is bro. He's techie with it, bro.
The only
young
one I can
30
think of,
mil.
yeah, is
40
Skamaka,
mil.
but
Oh.
he's linked with PSG. And
He is. But my point is, all players are unknown at one point. Like that's on your recruitment team to go. Like
But
the left back,
Ronaldo's
Manchester
an
United,
experienced goal scorer, and this is why I'm on it, because I know I'm just going to get goals out of him.
you ain't getting
And
as
that's
many
what I
goals
want.
as you think, fam. I'm telling you right now.
More than
No,
what they
I
got,
don't
though.
think it's going to be a 40
More than
goal
what they've
season or
had.
something like that.
Yo,
But if I
you-
could get, he
name
got
me that-
18, 18 league goals in the worst Manchester United
Facts.
side in history.
and he scored 11.
I'm
of
not
those.
wrong for thinking he could do more in a Chelsea side.
But that's not wrong. But it's again, what is that? What are them league goals taken to you? Bear in mind, he scored 11 of those goals against 3 teams. Bear in mind, from August to March, he scored 8 goals.
Again, a worst Manchester United side in
Yeah,
history.
but
And again,
he's-
I'm not saying to take away
Yeah.
from Ronaldo as well. He is still part of the squad.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
give that as a fault in itself.
Mhm.
But I still think around better players, you will get
He will,
more
but he's
out
a part
him.
of
And
that. He
what
made our
what
team-
gave
he-
you still dragged your team forward.
No, he made our team worse. Let's not forget that. Our team
You
is
say
worse.
that in play style, and like I kind of understand
No,
where
no,
you
no.
get.
And from playing style, results, everything. We scored
Yeah,
less
but no,
goals
but
with-
then I'm hearing like fucking you lot didn't win a single game that Ronaldo didn't play in. Am I correct, or is that wrong?
Potentially because everyone fell off a cliff. Obviously, what happened with number 11 happened. Martial got loaned out. Rashford's form fell off a cliff. My point is, all this, he scores more goals. The goals that you did get from all your other players dry up. We scored less goals with him. We scored more goals the season before and the season before.
That I can kind of understand, but like we've already don't have a consistent goal scorer, so it's
Neither
like
did we didn't really
Oh,
have a consistent goal
we
scorer
had like
before him.
Lukaku on 15 goals in all competitions.
Alright,
Mount was our highest
me
goal
answer
scorer
this.
on 11. Lukaku and Havertz had 8, and everyone else had under 7.
So
If their goals ain't gonna dry up anymore,
hey,
they ain't been
watch
good enough
Ronaldo
anyway.
in it. Well, Ronaldo is not foil for nobody.
If Ronaldo comes in and he brings
Yeah.
me 20 to 25, I couldn't care
I don't think
less.
he gets you. I don't think he gets you 25 goals. I think that's a myth. I don't think he gets you
in all
25 goals.
competitions.
All competitions. What did he score for United? Does he score 25 goals in all? Yeah, you can stop
Don't
that against
forget,
Chesterfield.
don't forget
Wait,
him in the Champions League too.
How many? You don't do anything in Champions Leagues. This is a fact. We know.
No,
this.
we're
He
not
does
talking
nothing
about
in
winning
Champions League.
Champions League, but him turning
No,
up.
no,
and
no.
getting
I'm saying
goals
in Champions League, in knockout ties of Champions League, he does nothing. We know this. We've seen this the past 4 years. This guy's
Actually,
not
to be
reached.
honest, I remember Juve. Yeah, fair enough.
He's not reached
Other
the
than that,
quarterfinal.
Atletico,
Like, this is what I'm saying. In all competitions, maybe if you play a Chesterfield and a League Cup and stuff like that, yes. My point. How many did Lukaku get in all competitions this season?
15.
15. Does he? Yeah. So he probably does score to it. My point is, he either keeps you at the same level or doesn't increase you. He gets you no closer to anything. To me, he gets you no closer. You don't level up.
I take it into account because you watch United, so that's fair enough on that. But for me, it's just
our
like
level in attack so poor though, man.
that's the thing.
I hear
he
that.
will come in and make us better.
Yes, but that's more so not on his skill set. That's because your attack is that poor. I hear the same thing about United's midfielders. We were just talking about Kante. Kante is nowhere near the level he was, but he still improves our midfield. But he's not good enough for Manchester United trying to go. That's not the way to go forward with your football club. You should look for the elite. Why at Chelsea, when you lot have just won the Champions League 2 seasons ago, you lot are looking to close the gap on Liverpool and City. You lot are looking to continue to win trophies. Are you getting someone just because they're better than what you have? Surely you should be looking for better. Someone who offers you goals and gets a finisher, but also gives more to your team as well. I just don't get why a 37-year-old is ahead of that. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that, but it's again to what we're saying. There's just not really a lot in the market at the quality that we're looking for. Again, that's where I blame you. That's where I blame you. It's going to come with marketability and everything like that as well. They're obviously
off the field stuff, and this is what I'm talking about with this guy.
That comes into it as well. That's half the reason why we're going to be invested.
Like,
statement signing and all of that.
Well, like, does he land and does he score more goals? Because you lot are a better team and create more chances. My point is, he doesn't level you up. Now, if you lot sign,
I don't agree with. I 100% believe
he don't level you lot up serious.
We're not going to be title contenders in general.
Okay, all right. Before you go, Jess, if you lot sign Neymar alongside Sterling and get a centre back in, to me, you're title contenders.
I don't think we're title contenders regardless of who we bring in.
So you think if you sign Neymar, Sterling, 2 centre backs, 2 qualities, so let's say it's Kunde and somebody else,
we still need more depth. We need better depth in midfield. We need better depth on the wings.
Does that close the gap? How many points?
100%. But in my opinion, bringing in.
How many points did you lot finish behind C?
I'll check, but it's about 15 to 20.
Okay, so it's 15 to 20 points. If you sign all the players you need in regards to the 2 centre backs, some squad depth, Sterling and a Neymar, that closes the back. Then all of that, then Neymar instead of Ronaldo. I'm saying, why are you not? Go on.
25 points off Man City, around that.
So you finished 25 points. My point is, if you take all the players you need and you get them in, and then you have an option between Neymar and Ronaldo, Neymar closes that gap much more than Ronaldo is my point. Neymar's a better fit for what you're trying to do because he's a better player.
In terms of creativity, I 100% understand that. In terms of goal scoring, I'm still going Ronaldo every day of the week. I think either of them improves us. I kind of get your... To be honest, there can be a debate for if Neymar improves us more than Ronaldo. I can hear that.
Without, because he's a better foil for your other players. That's Sterling who he'd rather play with, Neymar or Ronaldo.
I don't know, because Sterling's played his best football with a number 9 next to him.
He has played, but Ronaldo don't do them number 9 things. He don't do them Aguero things. Ronaldo is literally just a goal scorer. He's literally like, that's it. I don't think people like the nostalgia surrounding this guy is crazy. Big up Eddie in the cut as well. He'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
To me, it's not even nostalgia because, I know it's not prime Ronaldo. I know it's not prime Ronaldo. I know it's a short term. I know it's a short term solution for us too. I don't expect it to be anything more than a 1 or 2 year thing if he's here for us. All I think is a short term fix to our goal scoring problem, and I've been begging for that. And that's why, to me, I'm like, it's not like, yes, we got Ronaldo at the bridge, even though like that's a nice little side to it. I want a goal scorer. I want a goal scorer.
I get that.
That's literally my final point on it.
What are you saying, Eddie?
Look, I don't know why you're trying to be the enemy of progress right now, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna deal with that later. Just let certain things happen and just let it ride, okay? I don't know what you out here fighting for, but this ain't it, Chief. I will let you know right now. But I will say this. See, retroactively thinking about our season, the most of the damage was done at the beginning, right? With the 4-0s, the 5-0, the 4-2 to Watford. That's where our season was lost, correct? And
go on.
Is that what you say so? No, let's stop there. Would you say so?
I think our season was done from before it started. But I hear your overall point. I get the overall point. But I had no faith in that team and our manager before the season started. But I get your point. I knew it was. And I knew Ronaldo was going to add to that. He wasn't going to add value to that. We weren't going to improve. But go on, carry on.
Okay. With all the reports coming out about the Manchester United dressing room and just the amount of buffoonery that we've been exposed to by Ronaldo, I'm willing to change my tune, dog. It's kind of like in the game situation. Is he the problem? Yes. Was he the problem? No.
Okay,
the problem was Ollie and this kind of tug of war that was happening that I'll give in part to Ronaldo. Now, if you have a manager who's secure in what he does, right? You can somewhat have the idea that, yeah, maybe this Ronaldo situation might work. But if it doesn't, oh, there's going to be trouble. Oh, you ain't seen some shit like a diva till you see Ronaldo not getting his way. Because I'm here to tell you, it's damn near childish, bro. It's like, I didn't know he was this childish, but if this shit goes bad at Chelsea, man, I don't think it'll be as bad. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't think it'll be as bad because, again,
no, because they're a bad team. Yeah, I agree with that.
So they can afford to make the mistake. That's the only argument I can make for Chelsea, trying it. He a hoe if he goes, though. That's confirmed. He a whole hoe. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about 7 in red no more. He's a fucking hoe. He's a slutteroonie. He's a scallywag. However you want to talk to it, that's what he is. So, yeah, I'm going to let them cook, bro. They want to deal with the hoe. It's their turn at this point.
Yeah, it's content. And to James A, who says he didn't make Man United worse, flawless running agendas right now. No, I'm not. He did make us worse.
He made us worse.
Our team got worse. The team play got worse. The results got worse. Like, what are we talking? We all watched this. Like, that can't be argued. We had our worst ever season. He was a part of that. He played enough games. When we played against Atletico Madrid, he played those 180 minutes and did nothing. All this talk about him in the Champions League and he does nothing in the Champions League. I'm tired of saying this.
He only got his get back. But I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to kind of put it in this scenario, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you got a store. You're running a store. You got these young cats in your store, and you just noticing productivity is going down, right? Because these motherfuckers on their phones, they trying to holler at the customers. They way too distracted 24/7. So you say you put out a flyer. You're like, you know what? I'm going to get some help. And the only one to answer the flyer is some old 83-year-old lady who can't move like she once could, but it's going to give you a job. And I think that's how desperate they are. They're going to be like, you know what? Because I know you're going to give me a job, I'll take you in, and I'll make everything else outside of that work. That's the only thing I can put it at. Like, it's not because of his greatness. It's because they are so damn desperate at this point. You need to try something, and why not try one of the best to ever do it?
Well,
Just has asked me to ask you this as well, basically. He said, Havertz missed 19 big chances last year. How many of those do you think Ronaldo scored?
Does he miss? No, because he's a better finisher. But my overall point is, he's more detrimental to your team. Havertz is better for your team, people. Football is a team game. Havertz has better...
Just for the same thing. Just for the same thing Werner has, movement. That's it.
Ronaldo don't even have that, fam.
No, he don't.
That's okay. That's one thing Havertz and Werner have over it.
Like, that's it. No, they have outside of score. I've said this before.
Outside of scoring, is everything.
Outside of scoring goals, what is this man elite at on a football pitch?
Nothing.
Honestly, doesn't need to be much more.
No. What I'm saying is I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying people who big him up and say, right, if you're saying I want him just...
then that I agree with. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But my point is he does nothing better. And to man who said, Varane and Sancho, go look at our defensive stats when Varane plays and when he didn't play. When we was getting packed 4 by Watford, 5 by Liverpool, 4. I think it wasn't only till the Arsenal game, where a game that Varane started and played, we only conceded 3. I think we only conceded more than 2 goals that time. We were defensively better. When Sancho played, we looked better. That's my point, is because Sancho didn't play for half the season. So I'm not counting him not playing. If he's starting week in, week out, different conversation. And that didn't happen until Ralph came in. And ironically, when Ralph came in, you'd agree with me on this, Eddie. When Ralph came in is when we seen our best football during that period, until it fell apart and he criticized everybody. We played our best football during that period when we was missing all these chances. People forget during that period, Ronaldo was missing chances. Again, Ronaldo ain't taking Chelsea to anything close. Wait until you lot get a minute. Because this is the same question. Lukaku's a goal scorer. What's the difference? Lukaku's a proven goal scorer. Not to the level of Ronaldo, but he's still a goal scorer. It's the same shit.
Hey, man, he's a proven SoundCloud rapper. He ain't no proven scorer. Cut that.
He scores goals. All jokes aside, he scores goals. Yeah, go on, Jez. Go on.
My question is this.
Go on.
Do you guys actually consider, for once, actually, that does Tuchel actually want him? This is actually the biggest question of
No,
all. Like,
Tuchel's smart.
because if
I've
Tuchel doesn't
heard.
actually
I've
want,
already.
because if Tuchel doesn't really want him, I just have a feeling this is gonna turn out terrible as well again. Like, because Chelsea fans say to me, look, he didn't want Lukaku. If he doesn't want Cristiano, it's the same shit again. That Martin.
Nah, Lukaku ain't the same headache that.
No, it's gonna be about in terms of wanting the player. If the
No, I
manager,
heard he was a bit more receptive. I heard he was a bit more receptive to having Cristiano there.
yeah, a bit more, but how much though? Like, do you
I'm
actually
gonna
think
head
like
off,
okay,
guys. I'll speak to
yeah, big up, so
Take care, bro.
Flag up,
let's say
bless up.
of all the targets they can look at a striker right now, is Cristiano and Tuchel's number one choice right now? This is what I'm asking.
Oh no, we don't know if he's his choice yet. If he isn't his choice, we're not going to go in for him.
And this is the thing that I'm trying to say. Like, obviously, this is just for the argument, but I just don't believe Tuchel wants him or would actually want. I think that other strikers he would prefer of what they need to do in his system before he takes Cristiano, in my opinion. And I understand the point of wanting more goals in the teams, but I think there's so much other things now in the game of football where like it requires you to do a lot more. I know people don't like the whole arguments that striker needs to be pressing, needs to be involved with the link-up game because the game is about scoring goals. But at the end of the day, the game has moved up massively. A lot of the top teams that actually win the Champions League have strikers that can do just much more than just score goals, off and on the ball.
Exactly. And to United were always
that
crap
point.
flawless. Second was false. United were always crap flawless. Second was false position. You have to remember, Ronnie had 26 goals in all comps in the West United side in history. Why are we getting onto him when Maguire was here? One, I never said United were good, so let me get that. Second was a false position. I agree with you on that. So what? He scored 26 goals. What did that 26 goals get us? I'm tired of this nonsense. So he scored 26 goals in the worst United side in history. He's a part of the worst United side in history. Hold that man accountable for that. Is he the most to blame? Absolutely no. Is he a part of that? Yes. Because if he scores 26 goals and we win the league, we're going to praise him. Like he didn't do enough in those games. That's Eddie, innit? That's where
United would be in the Champions League.
Falls my laptop.
Yeah. Isn't it? So so wait, before you continue, Eddie, why are we getting onto him when Maguire is here? Why can't we get onto all of them? Because they all failed. He wasn't good enough. They all failed. This is what I'm talking about, the defense in this guy. Who hasn't got onto Maguire? Go back and check the Man them Uniteds when me and Eddie, who's here, did the season recap. And go see who got rated what. Like they all didn't get low numbers. Maguire got a lower number than Ronaldo. Ronaldo got one of the higher numbers, if I remember correctly. We did it in 2 parts as well.
Hey, man,
So all this, why we not get again? We're not playing with kid gloves because it's the player that you lot love. This is ridiculous. He's available and no top team wants him. Chelsea ain't gonna sign him. That's a fact. Bayern Munich have already come out and said no. Why does nobody want this guy if he's that good and he scores all these goals? You know why? Because there's more than scoring goals in football. That's why. There's more than scoring goals, people, but people can't accept it because they love this guy. I'm a big fan of Ronaldo. Ronaldo, one of my favorite players of all time. I'm old enough to remember him when he signed. So, like, let's not go there. But he's not what my football club needs to go forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not what the club needs going. This is why I didn't want him in the first place, because I knew all these issues would arise. And now he wants to leave. So this is why I have the energy for him. I understand him wanting to leave. So leave. Go. But the problem is, look who's interested in him. Napoli. There's no elite big clubs coming in for this guy. There's a reason for that. He's been available twice now. And nobody went in for him. Go on, Eddie.
No, it's like, just because you're the highest performing prisoner at the asylum doesn't give you brownie points, bro.
Facts.
You're a delinquent. You're a fucking delinquent. Do your time and shut up. Like, we sat there and you and I really broke down the team player by player. And we said, in a player ranking system, nobody deserves higher than a 5.
Yep.
And a 5 is below average. So again, if y'all want to root for mediocrity, do that.
Yes.
But again, make sure you do that with every player. Because we just lost Paul Pogba on the free because of that bullshit. And now we're trying to beg for De Jong to come, and we don't even know if you really want to be here. But Barcelona's too broke to keep him. That's really what it is. So, nah, bro. Like,
it's the same thing.
He really was a problem. Was he? I have my rankings. Glazers, Ollie, Maguire, and then Ronaldo's still on that list, but he's not the top of the power ranking. That's how you hold people accountable.
Facts. And to this, James saying we didn't win when Ronaldo didn't play, we can go back and forth. Your point don't make sense. No, my overall point stands is when he played, none of our attackers thrived. And when he didn't play, none of our attackers thrived. Because him, nor any of our attackers are good enough. The reason why I give Sancho a blag because it's his first season and he didn't start in, week out. Sancho's the only one I believe is talented enough. None of the rest of those attackers are good enough for where Manchester United are trying to go. At that point, Rashford, Alango, who else was in that team? Lingard,
He
Bruno.
scored our only goal against Atletico Madrid, Alanga did.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is none of those players are good enough to be starting week in, week out. So that's my point is he's not good enough, and the rest of the team in terms of attack isn't good enough is what I'm talking about. But again, man want to call it a scapegoat thing. Why is it a scapegoat thing? That man is not good enough for the football club. Sorry to cut you off, Eddie. Why is it a scapegoat thing?
Because
it's not a
I feel
scapegoat.
like most of the United fans kind of like emotionally attached with this global marketing.
Emotions. You know what I'm saying? And that it's hella feelings and that. There's no facts behind it. But yeah, go on, Eddie.
Nah, I'm just like, if they can get him to buy in to the idea of being a super sub, that's the only way I can see it providing some kind of benefit. He cannot play a full 90 effectively. The only time he looked somewhat decent, he took like a 2-week break and was good for a week. The next week he was back to his old bullshit. So it's just because he's 38, people. Like, we don't have agendas against this guy. We don't want to see him do bad. We just understand what he is at this point. A 38-year-old, barely able to move striker who I believe needs like some kind of knee transplant or something. They're going to be walking around real strange in a couple years. You wait on it.
Yeah. Was it one Q&A? Was it after the special Q&A that we done? Like, I can count at least like more than 5 times.
Oh, is that me?
I can count at least like 5 times before speaking about Ronaldo a lot in that game. After that,
man. Like, because I've been saying this, I spotted this before he signed, during he was here, and now the season's come to a close. Like, this guy's not. It ain't a scapegoat thing. Because I'm not saying it's just him, but the reason why you think it's just him is because you're emotionally attached to him. Like, this is why people say, "Oh, it's a scapegoat thing." No, because if you hear me talking, James, you're not new here. You've heard me mention the other teams. You've heard me mention the other players as well. Varane wasn't good enough. You haven't heard me say Varane was good enough. I said Varane didn't make us worse. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I said. I never said Varane was good enough. I said he didn't make us worse. Now, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. Never did them words leave my mouth. Did I say Varane was good last season or he was good enough? I believe there's levels he can go to. I don't believe a 37, 38-year-old Ronaldo has levels he can go. This is as good as he's going to get. This is what he is now. Same way if Varane was 37, I'd be like, yeah, it's time.
37 showing up like this. Like, let's not act like we're using 37 just as an excuse to call him trash. No, he really was like that. Like, we see Zlatan, and then we see him, and we can tell the big difference, my boy. We ain't making this shit up. So that's why I'm saying the only saving grace is that Chelsea has a better structure for him to somewhat maybe thrive in, but it has to take some level of buy-in by him. He cannot be playing 90 minutes for your team and you guys be successful because he has to press.
Oh, yeah.
He has to press. If he doesn't want to be a super sub, then if I'm Chelsea, fuck him. He can go play in the Portuguese league for all we care.
And that's it, right there, Eddie.
That's negative part as well. If he comes into the team, like he has to do a lot more than just pressing as well. That's the biggest concern.
That's what I'm saying. Before you continue, James, yes, that's what I'm seeing. Ronaldo made us worse, but Varane didn't. Yes, no stress. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because Varane played. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. 100%. That's what I'm saying. We defended better as a team when Varane played. We didn't attack better as a team when Ronaldo played. That's what I'm saying. Yes. That's exactly what I'm on. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. But it was a shit season and Ronaldo was a part of that. But again, this is always the defense of Ronaldo is it's always everybody else's fault. It's always other people. It's never on him. It's never about his skill set. It's always on Varane or it's Sancho or it's whoever. Nah, man, that man didn't do the business. And he played more games than them. Varane started 20 games, I think. 22 matches. Ronaldo, I don't know the number. I know he played more than that. So yes, I'm going to hold him accountable because he was on the pitch more. He was on the field more in the Premier League. This is not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing, man. You know, not good enough. Like I said, that's why nobody wants this, man. About Krypton says, CR7 is the Bruce Wayne of football in public. He divides opinion, but people can't blame his willingness and drive if he needs to go. I wish him well. Yeah, if he wants to go, let him go. I'm saying, if he wants to go, let him go. Like, that was my whole point. This is where all this stemmed from, because he wants to leave and that. Like I say, James, if you think Ronaldo's the answer for Manchester United, cool. I disagree. If you want to leave at this point, calm. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Because you think he's good enough for Manchester United Football Club. I don't. And when I say this, people get upset about this because of the way I say it. But this is the facts of the matter. This man is available. Nobody wants him. Why is that? Because he's not good enough. Chelsea are not going to sign him. Bayern Munich have distanced themselves. Real Madrid won't take him back. Juventus won't take him back. He wouldn't go to a Liverpool or City if they needed nines. Like, come on, man. But people gonna die on this hill. People would have him playing up front for Manchester United when he's 45.
I remember when Flo had to go back and forth with Dan at one of the Statman Facts Q&A. Was it during that international break? Like, it was nearly like 2 hours for us to go back and forth.
Yeah, shout out to Dan Silliman. Yeah. Me and Dan Silliman, and this is before. Me and Dan Silliman went back and forth about it. He's not good enough. People can bring up all the excuses they want. And it's all, like I keep stating this, it's always everything else. It's never about this man's skill. What's that man's skill set saying? His skill set is not up to it. I keep reiterating this. This man is available and nobody is coming for him. It happened last season. The only team that came in for him was Manchester United. No top team who are trying to challenge domestically and challenge for Champions League are there. We're the 6th best team in the league and he's a part of that. It's crazy. But anyway, you like hit the like button, continue to get your questions in as well. It doesn't have to be on the Ronaldo thing. You don't have to be. Just not good enough. And that's why no one can dispute it, and people will talk about other things or talk about my tone and the way I'm saying it and all this stuff. Like, no.
Then why United brought him in the first place?
Say that again?
Then why United brought him in the first place then?
Marketing.
Marketing, because we foolish. That's why. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't say he was our best attacker, but he's our best. I know I didn't say he was the answer, but he's our best attacker right now. I don't care about 2-3 years times. Tell the others to get better. No, they all need to go. That's silly logic. That makes no sense. But because he's our best attacker right now, we should keep him even though he's not good enough. That's dumb. That makes no sense. That's foolish. That's like staying in a relationship where you're unhappy. But I'm going to stay with her because I can't get no one better. That's the same logic. Is he our best attacker right now? Probably. But is he good enough? No. So this is what, and he wants to leave. People are forgetting that key factor as well. He wants to leave. Let him go is my point.
Is it 38 now or 38 next year?
Yeah, he's 37, 38. If he didn't want to leave, if he didn't want to leave, we wouldn't be talking about this. He said himself, well, his representative said he wants to leave. I'm saying in that. Like, this is all. So, James, if you didn't say keep him as well, why are we going back and forth then? Like, bye. Now, James knows his stuff. Like, because he's a regular. I just disagree with this. And
I just think if he comes to Chelsea as well, like, it's the same issue. Like, the marketing will be huge, and he has to take a pay cut as well with the kind of squad that we had.
Like, people forget, like I said, that's the key thing is why this is a talking point. I wouldn't be talking with so much vim if that news didn't happen. But because that news happened, I'm like, all right, move him on. He don't want to be here. Adding the fact I don't rate him on the football pitch as it is anyway. Can't blame them really. It's CR7. I understand why people have got attached. No, I'm not letting that slide because I'm attached to him. Somebody said it earlier on. I think it was Nims9 and said, yo, Flawless, how does it feel to like slander your goal? And it's like, this ain't slander. I state facts about this, man. I state facts about this, man. Where's the slander?
Is this the third day he missed a training or second day?
Yeah, the reason why I'm not going to criticize him for that is because I'm not sure as regards to what it
context.
Is. Yeah, the full context. So it could be family issues, like, or something like that. Like, that's what I'm saying. But again, people call it slander. Someone dispute my argument. No one ever comes back with an argument about this man's skill. It's always someone else. It's Varane, it's Sancho, it's the manager. The grass is too long. He scored the most goals in the worst United. It's like, no. Like, the sky's too blue. There's a hole in the Old Trafford roof. Fergie wasn't sat in the correct seat. There's always excuses with this man.
Not the right team talking that.
Yeah, it's not the right team talk. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the right socks on.
We can be shameless as Chelsea fans all we want, but I think Diamond's brought up the point. Like, if he stands for us, I think the shirts also went up. And just was right. I think it's marketing as well. I don't mind taking him, but
I get it. The Chelsea side of things, I get it. Where Lewis turns around and says, "I want a goal scorer." If you want just a goal scorer, Ronaldo fits the bill. I fully get that. So I'm not disputing that when I say that to him. I'm talking about the people who talk about this man like he's more than just that. If Lewis turns around and goes, "I want a goal scorer," then someone who drops and links up play, and someone who runs the channels, and someone who's a foil for other attackers, I'd go, that's not him.
Just a goal scorer.
That's fair enough then. Go on.
And that's my thing. Like, I only am a bit more understanding because of the position that Chelsea is in.
Yeah.
When you are that desperate, because the margins of you winning 2 trophies this season was one goal. I mean, 2 goals, right? Because they both went to penalties. It didn't look like Liverpool was going to score. You have a Ronaldo maybe in the last 45 that can make something happen, because that's what he did for us. Like, there was those streams where I hated this man because he hit that 1 goal to save all these jobs for another day. So, in that system, but the other thing is, I think because we were so trash, we became so dependent upon him, and as a result, it just became our calling card to be dependent on him in attack. And if you don't have the necessary midfield, you have the wingers. I think with the energy that Werner provides, you got Sterling. So, I don't think you play 3 up top. What do y'all usually do?
3-4-2-1. Normally.
It's usually a 3-4-3.
3-4-3. Okay, with the whole the false 9. So
or a number 9.
Or number 9, yeah. If you turn Ronaldo to that number 9, that's the only way. Like,
and I'm here for it.
Yeah, and it got to be like he comes in on the back end or he starts the game. Again, you don't pay him 90. The only time he looked respectable is when he had rest. If he doesn't have rest, if he's playing every game, it's going to be a problem. But the
Can't be playing every game, I agree.
Ronaldo wants to play every game.
Yeah, well, he can't do that.
So,
I agree with you.
This is when the whole thing gonna start with the locker room. Cristiano's unhappy. Tuchel's gonna get the pressure from him to start. Like, it's all the shit that comes with it. Like,
because they're saying
a lot of things that comes with it.
My bad, Jez. My bad. Yes, go on.
No. I'm just saying that, like, it's a lot of shit that just comes with Cristiano here. And you have to understand, this guy's actually upset about actually wanting to. Like, he thinks he's still 27. Like, he's 27 also. He thinks I can play every week, twice a week, 90 minutes. Win winners in the Champions League. I can go to the Bernabeu, score the winners and all that, like, win Champions League. But he's just not that guy, in my opinion. Like, he can still get you goals, but not at the level that he used to do, or efficiency. Even, and there's nothing wrong about it. Like, I say about Messi as well. Like, I do think he's gonna have a better season this year, but Messi's not the same Messi as he used to be, and it's okay. But people getting their feelings because it's like their goats in that, or their favorite players. I get my feelings when certain players call out my favorite players, but we just have to be realistic about certain ones.
If he comes to Chelsea, he's not gonna he'll play a minute at least, limited his minute. To be fair.
But do you think he's going to take it?
That's where the issues are right.
He's going to take it? But do you think he's going to take it?
No.
He wants to play week in, week out.
That was the problem we had with him. We just didn't have quality surround. Like, our margins for error weren't big enough to have Ronaldo on the squad.
Mm-hmm. How many games did he play with you last season? That must have been a lot last season, isn't it? You played on.
Say that again?
How many games he played with you last season?
There's a lot. He played a lot. He played a lot of games.
That's why I said it was a point in time where he just became dependent upon his goals. And that's where I'm with Flawless when he argues that he actually made us worse because we became dependent on his goals, but then it got to a point where he couldn't even provide the movement to get open for a chance. So at that point, what is he good for other than just running around when he wants to?
Yeah, that's why I say he made us worse. Our attack. None of our attackers thrived. What attacker improved with him? Whether that's Bruno, whether that's Rashford, whether that's Alanga, whether that's Sancho. I'm forgetting and Lingard and Mata and that barely played and Pogba played as a deep six. That's my point is that I make. Is who did.
The thing is, there's actually a key thing that you're actually talking about that right there. Because I see arguments said that Cristiano can improve players, like younger players, in terms of his mentality and teaching them stuff. But in reality, when we go through just timelining that, who actually has he improved in terms of like younger players that eventually just gotten better now over time now? I can't think of players that like younger players when he was on the teams and look at them now and actually got better. Like I would say a lot of players got worse. I look at Dybala, I look at Benzema, I look at Bruno. You can say Rashford, Martial.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, yes, you heard me, bro.
To be clear, these players were shit before he came.
No, but Eddie, listen. Didn't Rashford had better season last year than he had this year? Didn't Martial had better season than this year?
Well, Martial was only half a season, but I get your point.
But didn't Bruno? I know you didn't like even Bruno last season because of the way he was playing that. But didn't Bruno had a lot better season in terms of numbers than this year? This one
numbers wise, because
but this is what I'm talking about. He doesn't really improve players. Like he makes players in terms of the output worse, in my opinion. Around him.
The thing with what happened to Bruno is again he thinks he's a striker, so the fact that his numbers went down doesn't mean much to me. I think, of course,
if you look at it from like a full context wise, I understand what you obviously because I've been talking about
again, because that way of playing never amounted to anything for us. So for us to sit here and be like, yeah, we needed that version of Bruno, we don't need any kind of Bruno that has been put forth since he's been here.
If we go full diving, I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying from like a regular point. When I look at just from the outsider right now in terms of like the numbers. Teams that has scored and all these type of things. I'm just looking at that and I'm just saying that I just don't believe that he makes younger players better. I think this. I think it's a myth, bro. Even the mentality thing.
What I do think is like, I think I'm just pushing back against using United as an example. That's
fair enough because obviously you watch United like every 10 minutes, so I can't be when you see the news and everything. But I don't follow United every single time, every single day in there, seeing what's going on in there. So that's fair enough.
Because I think we got to the point where, with that team, this year's United team, arguably the worst team ever to be at United. Your faults were getting exaggerated, right? Your faults were actually getting exaggerated by playing with the team. So if you had issues within your locker, like they got magnified times 10. Harry Maguire's decision-making, on-the-ball decision-making, like everything about Harry Maguire that was wrong got magnified. Same thing with Bruno. Same thing with De Gea. Same thing with anybody you name, really. Varane. Like, his was just the injury. I'm more suited to put his downward season.
He didn't play enough. That's why I kind of say he had an impact. Like, I'm looking here now. Man didn't even play 30 games in the season in total.
Right.
Across all competitions. So I can't even say. So I was incorrect on saying that. I can't say Varane made us worse or better because you didn't impact enough. He played 29 games. I think United played. We got to the knockout ties of the Champions League. We played FA Cup, 4th round and League Cup. So we played 50 games.
Minimum. And let me push back against this James brother saying he made the attack worse as a casual take. I'll be real. How the fuck is that casual when the facts are in front of your face, my boy?
That's exactly my point.
Output is something that we can measure. They were not the same while he was here. That is a fact. It's not a crazy type of take. It's a fact. Is that on the players? Sure. But is that the reality when CR7 steps in the locker room? Yes, he becomes the focal point of your attack. And as a result, you're left at a disadvantage because on the back end and in everything else that you need your attack, your number 9 or whatever he was for us to provide, he didn't do it.
And also on top of that, Eddie, like and you mentioned it there, is that all his fault? No. I don't fully blame him at all because the other players ain't good enough. The attack's not good enough. The manager wasn't good enough, but he's still accountable for that. We created less chances, we scored less goals, and everybody's output dropped. We have to hold him accountable because check this one, Eddie. If Ronaldo lands and we score more goals and we create more chances and and we score more goals and we're more successful, he'll get the praise from it, and everyone's output's better, he'll get the praise. So how come when it goes the opposite way, he gets none of the criticism? If he lands and Rashford goals and assists go up, and Bruno's goals and assists go up, and Alanga does well, and Lingard's numbers go up, and Juan Mata's goals go up, and Martial, whilst he was here during that period, his goals, and Cavani as well, he's getting the praise for that. So how come we don't get the criticism when it went over the other one?
Hey, shout out my OG Dundada. Can you put his comment up here?
Yeah,
I think he put it up.
But he says, when you add a declining attacker player into an already dysfunctional team, of course your goal tally would fall. Fact, it literally happened. Yeah, exactly. But again, I don't put this all on Cristiano Ronaldo because that's not his fault of him walking into a dysfunctional team. It's not his fault that Rashford and Bruno and Martial and Lingard and Cavani and Juan Mata are not good enough and Alanga's young. That's not on him. But this is why I didn't want him, because he wasn't the answer. He was never going to come here and improve us. And now he wants to leave. And I keep saying this, he wants to leave. He's a goal scorer, but nobody wants him. Why is that? I keep saying it. But we move. Come on, fam. I don't even know what to say to it. I'm saying it now. I've been saying this for the past, since whenever we did Shameless on Sunday, and it's now Wednesday. And this is the hot talking point. It's going to be on Thursday. And people will say, like I said, it's never about this. I keep saying this. It's never about this man's skill.
It's never his fault.
It's never his fault. And it's never about his skill. It's always everything else. Like I said, the opposite. It's always about the other players around him, the other variables, the manager. You know what I'm saying? The fans. Like what he did for Real Madrid years ago. What he did for Juventus years ago. I'm talking about right now in 2022. What is that man's skill set saying? What is he elite at, apart from goal scoring? And he's not even elite at goal scoring. Not even do that. No, actually, let me change that. He wasn't elite at goal scoring last season. That's what I said.
Yeah. It's like
he's still a goal scorer.
We don't live in a world of absolutes. Like one reason is the absolute end all be all for why something happens. Of course, there are variables. But the difference, James, between you and Flawless and I is we are actually acknowledging all of the variables, not just the ones that we want to ignore because it makes us feel better about how we feel about a certain player.
Well, facts. But like I said, it's not just him. I just literally said the rest of our attack isn't good enough. All of our attackers are not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But he's also a part of that. And adding the fact where this all stemmed from is him wanting to leave. He said this. Well, his representatives did. So if you want to leave, go. Same way Martial said this, as Rashford said this. I use those two as examples. They want to leave. They can leave also.
Pogba never said he wanted to leave, but y'all wanted him to leave.
Right. Well, he just kept going on international duty and saying the wrong ish. But I know he wanted to go.
I get that. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, like he didn't come out right and say I want to go, but he said everything around it. But that's on him, his representatives, and the club to sort that out. But that's a whole different conversation because he's gone now. My point is that this man is not it and said he wants to leave. But you lot get your questions in, continuing it before we close out. We're gonna close out where we are. Someone had a question about the baller as well. It don't have to be on United or Ronaldo. It can be something else, people. It don't have to be Chelsea. It can be anything football related, sport related. It can be basketball. It can be boxing, whatsoever, or whatever. But yeah, I can't find a comment. But someone said something about the baller anyway. Would I take him at United? No, simply because. And James, you'll have to be more clear when you're saying that's not what you're saying, or in regards to what exactly. I don't know if you're talking to me, Eddie, or both. Let us know. But regards to what somebody said about Dybala, I wouldn't take him at Manchester United just because of his injury record. Yeah. That's legit.
We appreciate you for the engagement too, James. It's all good.
Of course, James a regular.
You can think what you want to think. We just having a conversation, my James.
Yeah, 100%. It's always just a conversation. But yeah, because of his injury record, I wouldn't take him. Plus, I don't know the last time this guy had a stellar season. Maybe someone on the panel or someone in the chat can update.
I think last season he was.
Was he good last season?
I think he was good in my opinion last season. I think just
Okay.
the Juventus team overall was just good. But I don't know about him coming to the Premier League, like at this stage of his career. I think it would be much better for him just trying to figure something out in Italy or maybe Spain or something.
Yeah. I hear that. But yeah, with the Dybala thing, like I said, I don't know what he's done in recent times to warrant a move. Like I said, I don't even know. Is he a wide? He's a 10. Does he play out wide as well?
Centre forward.
What, he plays as a
Centre
9?
was-
Yeah, no stress.
Yeah,
Is he a false 9?
he's second striker, false 9.
Okay, so he plays central.
Yeah, like
Which
he
we
doesn't
already
play.
stacked in. Go on.
Yeah, he doesn't play. What's it called? Like he can play out wide, but he's not that good out wide.
Yeah, like,
Apparently,
that's
Di Maria is going to Juventus with Pogba as well.
Yeah, so here we go already. Like from Rito.
Great move.
Yeah, really
Who's
good.
this?
Di Maria
Di
to
Maria
Juventus.
to Juve.
Oh yeah. That's a phenomenal move for them. You can
I
see what
move-
Juventus are trying to do.
And then
Signing
move
Pogba,
Chiesa
signing
to the left.
Di Maria.
Then just get a proper striker, and then that would be fine still.
What, you don't rate Vlahovic?
Oh fuck! I forgot they got him because like January just came. It's supposed to short time. My bad. Yeah, actually no, that's a call front three. Like Di Maria, Vlahovic, and fucking Chiesa on the left. That would be cold still.
And then they got
Then you have
Pogba. Who else is in their midfield?
They have Locatelli and Zakaria from. Obviously, he moved from Gladbach to Juventus as well.
Zakaria.
That's actually a really good midfield. That's actually a good midfield to be honest.
Bruv, we linked with Zakaria last year as well.
Yeah, so they need. If the lid goes, they definitely need to buy another centre back. I think they need to get a new goalkeeper because I never rated the goalkeeper, that former Guna. And then probably fullbacks, and that would be a really good team in my opinion.
If Ronaldo didn't join our team, would our attack be better just because we saw what we saw last season? Lots of variables like Sancho and Rashford. Horrible summer, which may have caused their form last season. I'll push back on the Sancho when it wasn't a horrible summer. He didn't play enough. That man played 29 matches.
I think
He
he's
started-
talking about the
He started
Euros.
22.
Yeah,
If you're talking about the Euros, yeah, I don't think it's that. He just didn't get enough game time. That was it with Sancho. Rashford is just not it. He's just not good enough, so I wouldn't put that down to horrible. Would our attack have been better? I don't know. Do we sign anybody in this scenario? The aim should be to sign someone. Because we should have signed someone, yes. But Ronaldo wasn't the answer. Nobody looked at that team because it was Cavani, Martial, Rashford, Sancho. At the time, I'm trying to think who else was there. So yeah, at that point, we needed a right winger. We didn't need a striker. That's what I would say. So I can't say we would have been better or not, depending on who do we sign anyone in this scenario. But would we have that's what I'll say on that. He plays center attacking mid last 18 months. Juve and Inter refused to give him free 60k per week. He's asking for. He's Pogba's close friend. If he comes, it's for the money plus injury prone. Dybala. The injuries is my issue. Said this. That's where it is. But yeah, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. Subscribe to Saint's channel as well. Get your final few questions in before we close out, people. Because we are gonna close out. Lewis, anything else you want to get off your chest, fam, sporting wise? Anything you've seen in the sporting world?
Fuck Bayern, fuck Barcelona. I don't know. It all depends on who comes in. That will all depend on my thoughts for Chelsea for this season. 6 signings are meant to come in, and I still can see it, but just the sooner the better, personally.
You know what? I can see the Sterling signing might happen during the new kit launch.
I don't think it will actually be the kit launch, but I could see it being announced soon after. They said the next 24 hours because they want it done so Sterling can go to America with the rest of the squad.
Wow, see,
So I
right.
expect it to be done today, tomorrow. Something around then.
Soon find out. Oh yeah, and I stand corrected in what I was saying. It was Varane who actually played 29 matches, people, not Sancho. I stand corrected. But yeah, what's on the itinerary tomorrow? What's going on? Are we back with Manchester United content today, people? I'm saying myself, Eddie, Manchester United podcast, so that's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Probably discussing Cristiano Ronaldo. Definitely discussing Harry Maguire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, I don't know if Eddie's there, but when he comes back, I'll ask him He'll be giving his thoughts on that. So the Man Them United podcast is the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United people. So 5:30 p.m. myself and Eddie will be here discussing Harry Maguire liking that Instagram post. Plus more.
Sure,
like,
it's just only tapping his phone. There's nothing bad about it.
It might have been an accident. Never know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's what you tell your gal when you like a girl's picture you shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was an accident. My media team.
No, man, you never been walking around and just like your phone's still on and then it just mashes.
Nah, never.
That happened to me a few days ago. I can't lie.
Oh, did it? Yeah, you know I'm saying in that. Did
Yeah,
she DM you back?
Huh?
Did the girl DM
what are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?
Because you said you did it by accident. I'm saying what was the post?
No,
Was
I
the
mean
post
like you accidentally like something by accident.
Yeah, I'm saying what did you accidentally like is the question I'm asking you.
Oh, it's just some United prop. It was an accident.
See, because you real United, man. That's what it is, man. You proper Carrington, fam.
It don't run the other way around, bro.
Yeah. Just
look at my background and everything. It ain't gonna run.
No, I have the United shirt always here, yeah, and you still run it. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't see it. Sometimes it depends on your camera angle.
Oh, yeah. Like you can't see it there, innit? With the big chevron.
No, that just looks like Adidas. It could be anything.
Yeah, sure, innit? Yeah. You didn't know.
I can see the what's it called, sponsor.
Yeah, fam, this guy in it.
I can't see it.
What's everyone's thoughts on Lewis joining AC at Barca Fan TV? I don't know. Are you joining AC at Barca Fan TV? That was Timo who put that comment up as well. I have no idea.
Yeah, I thought it was Timo.
Yeah, Timo put that comment up. That wasn't even me.
That wasn't me. My hands
are you going to be joining whatever club Werner goes to?
Timo. You know how I know it's you? You know how we know it's you? Because me and you are the only ones here who are signed in.
Oh, that is so true as well.
Yeah. Because Lewis, Eddie, Jets all comes in and signed in.
If Werner was signing for other
this
clubs,
guy in it.
You'd go with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
Of course not. Absolutely not.
Of course.
You'd definitely get their shirt.
100% he would.
Why would I?
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you? Because it's Werner. That's why. That's why.
Well, yo, Lewis, man, good to see you propping up United on the gram, man. My G. You know what I'm saying? I always knew.
No, like these accidental likes happen.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man. We'll go.
It is what it is, man. Like, everyone makes a little mistake, a little slip here and there.
Yeah, it happens, man. 5 minutes. I'm saying that wasn't one of them.
Even Gerrard did once.
Yeah, that's true.
Accidental happens.
James says Harry Maguire is the biggest problem in our team, and I'll stand by that. He got us in a chokehold for another 4 years. I don't dispute this. We have many problems. Where you want to rate them is a whole different conversation, but is he a massive one? Absolutely. That needs to be addressed. But we're going to close out the show anyway. Yo, Colzilla, what are you saying, fam? Anything you want to add before we bounce?
Yeah, man. Big up, everyone. Come join in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Every time, man. Jez?
Like Cos else said, like just subscribe. And is this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
So subscribe, like. You guys know what it is. They're gonna discuss more things about Ronaldo. Man, like Maguire and that liking shit out on fucking Twitter and the IG. I don't know. And yeah, just watch out for other stuff like broadcast probably gonna be at some point this week as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Friday, Saturdays, people. This Friday, this Saturday. Yeah. You'll get Pro Clubs, people. 100%. Just check out the upcoming live stream schedule. It will be on the Twitch, though. Timo.
Yeah, just subscribe, guys. So nearly 4K here, and make sure you subscribe to this as well. 25K here, going to 26K as well.
You do that, Eddie, my brother.
Yeah, let me address something real quick. Chat Mafia. I need 50 likes right now.
Yeah, man.
How much are we on right now?
Standing up for y'all, Chat Mafia. I need y'all to pull up and hit the like button, dog. We need 50 likes. Come on now, give me 50.
Four likes.
There we go.
We have 50.
I dropped one.
Yeah, I'll put on the spot. Just open the
okay, I'm gonna drop one too.
We can do this ourselves, people. Let's go.
There, I see the 50. Hello. Well, yeah. Shout out to Fallers. Shout out to King Lou. Shout out to Timo. Shout out to Jez. Shout out to Cuz every time. We back tomorrow. Well, my tomorrow. Y'all early morning with that Man Them United. You did. Shit.
Harry Maguire liking that Instagram post.
Yeah, I guess we got
as soon As soon as it happened, I thought of you, fam. I was like, yo, I got Man United on Thursday with Eddie. That's gonna be fun.
We gonna have 15 minutes for the roast of Harry Maguire. I wish we could, because I heard. We'll save that for Man United.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, love y'all, man. Love the energy always, and y'all just subscribe. I think he's like 50 away from 4K too. So get my boy to 4K. Get my boy to 4K. Please do that.
Something like that. Yo, Lewis family, anything you want to add?
Just same old, like, subscribe, and yeah, world champions. Sweet.
He's gonna say that 2021 Club of the Year. You know what I'm saying European champs, all that stuff. That's all.
Yeah, you already know it.
That's what I was waiting for it, yo. Sky a fool. So yeah, like Eddie had already stated, and I've stated, Man United podcast tomorrow 5:30. We're discussing all things Manchester United. Then probably midnight. Since you lot got so much to say in the chat, fan calling show. You're gonna run it on the Twitch. Call in it.
Yes. Buddy Hill apparently is coming to the Lakers. Yes.
Fan calling show. So we'll be discussing that, like, and how the fan call
to the Lakers, son.
Everybody is there. Everybody's landing at the Lakers. For those that don't know how the fan calling shows work, they're free. They're open to everybody. So they're open to anybody can call in. It doesn't matter who you support, whether you're a regular watcher, whether you're new here, or whether this is the first live stream you've watched. They're live over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. I put the link out. It is first come, first serve. But if you are a member, you will take priority in the queue. So yeah, man, you lot got so much to say in the chat. And this is just that, James. I'm just saying in general. Like, people got so much to say in the chat, and then we do fan calling shows, and we get 3-4 callers and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let's come. Like, you don't even have to jump on and debate something. You don't even have to be that people. You just want to get something off your chest. You have a question for me. You might have a question for a Lewis or Eddie or a Jez or a Cuz or a Timo or whoever. Or you might want to ask us a question in regards to basketball. It could be a boxing question, whatever. So yeah, man, fan calling show. Outside of that, 7 p.m., I'll be on Rance's Twitch with Aaron. Shout out to Rance, shout out to Aaron, and then probably Matisse. It'll be after Love Island, innit? So, here's 11, 10:30, 11. Whenever Love Island finishes, I'll probably be on Matisse's Twitch with him. Just have a look at the upcoming live stream schedule as well, man. Big up to you all as well. Yeah, Black Diamond, let me know. Nah, I just want people like, because people got so much, and again, this is like James. People always got so much to say in the chat, Prime. So I'm like, jump on stream.
Like, James, pull up, bro.
Yeah, man.
The link is right there. That's the Twitch right there.
And the last 2 days, bro, like barely any people jumped on, but like then we have debates and Q&As. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
like,
facts.
We don't care how people look like. We just like it's about the debates and that. Like,
I'll drop it on the Twitter as well.
Yeah, I put it out on the Twitter, fam. I'll put it out. I put it out on the Twitter. Yeah. I normally do that, and then we get people like, shout out to like Ahmed. Malcolm's another one who calls in regular. Abdi's another one who calls in regular. King K, who's there, he's called in before and that. But I'm saying, yo, more people got so much to say. I slander Ronaldo. People have bad to say, and it's not even slander. I was talking about that for him as a footballer, and people get upset. But it's like, yeah, man, we'll see what go on. But anyway, make sure you hit the like button. We're back today, people. Sarcasm City TV. Don't forget, Lewis's channel is in the title. Saints channel is in the title. So click on them and go subscribe to both their channels. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.